Pete, can you talk?
Can I talk?
Ah, there it goes. Okay. Chat, I'm working with some new equipment here. So if people
Yes.
can let us know if things are working or not, you can hear Pete.
Can you hear us? Can you see us? Are we sounding good?
Are we looking okay? I have no
That's
idea.
debate. That's debatable on my part. Let's be
Uh huh.
honest. I also feel like my camera's like wonky, but it's not.
And yes, Nana, you will notice there are several new commands and you have more
Is there?
responsibility. Yes, I've been working on it all day. But I'm gonna wait till
Oh,
more
good.
people are in chat.
Oh, funny that you didn't tell me any
Yeah,
of
that was
this.
it. It was a surprise.
Oh, what a surprise! You've put a hydrate in there.
I put a few things in there.
Wilco. Oh, for God's sakes! Uh, what's up with the hugs? What's up with
You'll
the
see.
hugs?
Stop giving my surprises away.
Look, if you wanted me not to be surprised, you would have told me beforehand.
No, I want you to be surprised with everyone else, but we have to wait for everyone
Yes, but
else to show.
that doesn't necessarily mean that I can't comment on it.
You're ruining the surprise, Pete.
Shut up. I need to actually write on Discord, so that might be a distraction enough, I guess.
Okay. You should probably put it in Mag's Discord
I'm
too.
just, that's what I mean by Discord.
Okay.
Oh,
Um.
fuck. Hang on a second.
Oh no! Why did it delete? Sincho, I'm not sure. I am new to this. Okay. Um. I wonder what. Oh, because it said for you not to put it in caps. I didn't set that, Sincho.
What?
Apparently, Sincho couldn't type in all caps, and it deleted his message. But
Oh, for God's sakes.
I can see it. It says, "What were you thinking?" Oh goodness. Oh, it says surprise. That's what it says. Surprise in all caps. I will change that. See, we're getting our little bugs out of the stream. Is my camera wonky? If so, I apologize. I have new equipment. If you can't tell, and I'm new to streaming. Hello, how are you doing? Also, I broke my headphones 6 minutes before airtime. Because, that's how I roll. Bueno! Oh,
Alrighty.
right. So it's the Super Bowl over in Merca. So we probably
The
won't.
Super Bowl.
Yes. Probably
I
won't
mean,
have a
that
lot of
sounds
people there.
sounds like a
Hey,
corner problem.
it's Danzig! Oh, it's wine time. It is wine time. And I'll wait a little bit more till more people filter in. Haha. um,
Oh my
to
God.
explain our whole new. We've got chat redeems, and we've got commands, and all kinds of stuff, and I'm very excited about it. Ooh, Brent, they're having brisket. Oof, I miss brisket. Brisket over here in the
Nice.
UK is not brisket in the US at all.
No, it's still good.
But well, we'll give chat a couple more minutes, and then we'll go over our new things, and then I'll see, he did it. Woo! Brent did it. Yeah.
The chat knows more about these than I actually do, so
That's
enjoy.
because they're exploring them right now, Pete. Woo! Yes. So what you'll see, Pete, in a second. I can't believe I broke my headphones.
I can't
Is
believe you never told me any of this stuff
it was a
when you.
surprise
Oh
for
no!
you.
Oh look! Oh look! Oh, you're probably going to get all these codes all the time because of two-factor authentication, but
Yeah.
don't even tell me what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
No,
Nana, if you
can we
can
remove that, please?
ban hammer that person. But yeah, so Britt has just redeemed. Kylie has to chug a glass of wine. So
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. I
Yes.
knew that one was probably going to be there, but...
Well, I don't usually chug a glass of wine. But I do now.
Look who it is. The person who's probably been giving you streamer
No,
tips.
I did this on my
crap.
own. No,
Bull
I
crap.
did this on my own.
Bull crap.
I did this on my own. But yes, if chat would...
I don't
What?
care what you say, Mags.
I
I don't believe either of you.
I have been working hard all day.
Yeah, but you
This
chose
is for
not
Brent.
to tell your co-host.
Brent just redeemed... yeah, Brent did a poll too, but Brent just redeemed Kylie chug a glass of wine, so I'm gonna chug this right now. It's gonna be a fun show, people.
Well, you might not have been... He might not have told you in person or through a Discord message, but you've clearly been taking
No!
tips from him by watching his streams 1,001 times.
I do watch him a lot. I've watched all of his streams this year, because I checked. Okay. That's the first one chugged. Whew. Brent redeemed that. Wait, what poll did you want, Brent?
Oh,
And then, Nana, if you can do that.
So much for short, swift, and to the point.
No, we're going to get through this. We are.
Oh, shit, we're not. They're going to be redeeming crap all day.
No, they won't, because I have limits on them. But, chat, here's a cool thing to do. If you're having a bad day, do exclamation hug. See what happens there. If someone else is having a bad day, do exclamation hug at somebody. Look at it, Brent! Brent, you can only redeem one per stream, so I put a limit on it. There might be a cooldown, Danzig. I think it's like 5 minutes. I probably should change the cooldown for hugs. Hugs should be like all the time, constantly. And then...
What happened to you, Kylie? You used to be miserable.
I mean, yeah. I'm not going to deny that. Oh, and also, chat, while I have your undivided attention, look at my chair. Look at it. Woo! Let's see. Why? Okay, what? Why did it delete your message? Why? Okay, so Nightbot is deleting Cincho's messages. I'm learning this, okay?
Clearly just doesn't like Sencho.
My
Sorry,
apologies.
I have no problem with your messages.
Oh no, it deleted Danzig's.
Danzig.
Sorry, Danzig. I'm learning as we go along.
I
Because
also have no problems.
because Mags did not advise me. I did this on my own, which is why there's so many mistakes. Probably if I got Max's help, I would have less mistakes. But, oh, look at it. Yeah, I love the hug emote. It makes me happy.
Okay, the next time you want
Hello, Big
two-factor
Jessie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next time you want two-factor authentication, I might just not give you the code.
You love it.
Like, this is something we need to discuss beforehand.
No, these were surprises for you, Pete.
I don't know if anyone's ever told you I don't generally tend to do well with surprises, if I'm honest.
Well, they were surprises for me, and surprises for me are the best. Yay, Sinjo, yay! Apparently, Big Jessie, I had to learn that. It's already, like, it deleted Sincho's all caps, which I'm fine with all caps, and then it deleted Danzig's multi-emojis. Oh, you can do... God, I love that so much. And then you can do sub hype. I even set that one up, and you can redeem shout outs, but only through mods. I did things. I figured out how they worked.
Well done for finally taking the initiative on something, but yeah, probably
I'm
should be
so
something
excited!
you discussed beforehand.
No. I like this. This is fun. You have to do exclamation shout out, and then at like middle-aged gamer. Pete, Pete's doing his sound thing.
No, I just can't be fucked to be here anymore.
Look at my message. Look at my message. Okay, I still didn't do the game code right. I'm learning. Yay. It's fun and you love it, Pete. You love it.
Short, swift, and to the point is what we said. This is not going to be short, swift, and to the point, is it?
It is. It really is. Britt, you have to put shout out as one word. It's one word. But yes, only mods can do shout outs, which Nana and Brent are mods. Or you can redeem it. And yes, my headphones are broke. I am so embarrassed. They broke 6 minutes before we went live. That is excellent dancing. That is beautiful. I love it so much. I think that might be my favorite command. Right, Cincho? Alright, Pete. Are you ready to start the show? Are you really doing the sound stuff, or did you leave? Okay. Are you ready?
What? No, I'm fixing things.
Okay. I'm gonna drink more.
Whilst you do all this stuff, I actually have to run a show.
Well, oh yeah. Nana, can you do a poll for Brent? Oh, I think he did it. Although, Brent, you're a mod, so, it's very interesting that that's what you chose for the poll, because I think that's what we're talking about today.
I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not that is going to be the thing that we discuss today, so we'll see.
Yes.
I'm still tinkering with audio stuff.
Okay.
I've noticed that my audio has been a bit screwy the last couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, then bump that up. Bump that sucker up.
I wouldn't say bump it up. I'm trying to actually level it so that it doesn't sound like you're too loud and I'm too quiet.
Words that mean things. Yes.
Yes, this is what I have to do. You know, it's the little things that you don't get to do.
It's true. I don't have to do anything except make hug commands.
But she also doesn't pre-warn me or tell me about or any of that.
It was a surprise.
Don't like surprises.
They're happy surprises.
When is a surprise a happy surprise? It's never like a surprise to people who don't like surprises. Yeah, but that's not a surprise for me then, is it?
It's a surprise from me to you.
Yeah, but it's for you more than anything. Yeah,
they're sending you hugs to you, Pete.
I know. I'm gonna go and check this. Hang on.
Oh goodness. Yes, I'm gonna drink normal, but don't forget, each of you does have one redeem of chugging. Now, there's only 4 glasses of wine here, so you can only redeem it 4 times. In the meantime, I'm gonna drink because I need it. Woo! But tell us, chat, before we get started. How's your week been? Yes, there's only... Now, to be fair, I do have a second bottle. That's my backup bottle. But yeah, how has everyone been? Nana says his week's been busy as hell. With what? What you doing? What you up to? Mine's been crazy, but I'm gonna wait until we actually do the show to talk about it. And again, I'm gonna show off my chair for anyone who didn't see it because it's amazing. Look, I can even change it. It's not changing. Is it changing? No,
yeah,
it's
I can
not changing.
Clearly see that it is changing.
Is it? Oh, looky there! Ah! Nice. Should you purple?
You do know that I actually have checked up the price of those chairs. And
yes!
I know exactly how much they are, and that is just freaking ridiculous.
Look, sometimes I need a little retail therapy, okay, Pete?
Added on top of the countless trips that you're doing this year.
Yeah, I know.
And drinking out of a crystal wine glass.
Yeah, I know. I know. But
You're a socialist of you.
I've got a broken headset, see? So it's keeping me real. It's keeping me real. But let's see. Brent says, I've been busy as well. Mostly trying to find a brisket. Oh, that's a good one. I feel like the redeem option spoils bad habits. Well, look at it this way, Sincho. I'm going to drink anyway. You might as well have a little fun with me. And it says, well, job and also playing a lot of Steam Next Fest games. Ooh, very good. Danzig said, totally not stressing about releasing 2 games 1 week apart. I'm now completely gray. Well, that's funny because what was it? Only on Tuesday that we last saw you and you were not gray then. That's quick. And then... and it says, Rebirth and what else, Dan? Oh, yes. Let us know what you're releasing. I mean, I kind of know, but let's do it anyway officially so we can talk about it. Citra says, sometimes I need a little retail therapy. Ha, 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 ha. Me too, Citra. Oh, no. Citra is now redeemed. Chug a glass of wine. Okay.
Oh, God, here we go.
Here we go. Danzig says, it's amazing what a bottle of just 4 men can do before a stream.
I chugged the tea. That's fine. That's all I'm going to do.
There's a cooldown, but there's also, you're limited to only one, Sincho. And I did learn that from Mags, because me and Sincho tried to make Mags have to pee. So we kept redeeming hydrates, but it didn't work.
Now, I'm going to have to ask, because I dared not ask before.
So
Is there any crappy ones for me?
No, because I was going to wait and talk to you about them. There's hydrate.
Oh, good. Let's leave it that way, shall we?
We need Pete ones.
Oh, what the fuck am I going to do? Go on another rant? I'll just do that.
No, I thought about timing you out from rants. I did. I thought about doing that.
Hell no, you cannot silence me.
Yes, so Sincho and Brent have redeemed Hydrate. Yes, Danzig, I agree. I feel like the hug one is for Pete deep down. Yes, it is. Pete needs all the hugs, all the chat hugs.
I dare not say what I was about to say.
I'm terrified to ask.
Good. Let's leave it that way. Leave it best to the imagination.
And then Nana says, the hydrate one is just drink water. Actually, hydrate's whatever we can get our hands on. Right now, wine's next to me, but Pete's got tea.
Speaking of which, I'm actually going to go and get some water. Clearly going to need it tonight.
You're going to leave the stream. Okay. Okay. And then when you get back, we'll start. I promise.
What?
When you get back, we'll start.
Yes, we shall.
Okay. I can't believe.
And hell no to grapplers.
Oh, goodness. Yes, only grappler hugs, SPD, and alike. Well, I, for one, have enjoyed my new commands. Although, poor Sincho. Oh, no, Sincho. I didn't put a cooldown on it, did I? Well, I guess I learned the hard way. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Dave, I did. Yes. So Dave, I put Nightbot in and he's deleting everyone's caps. I have to go fix him. Exactly, Dave. Danzig says you need to add redeem for 100,000 points so that we bring back time splitters for Pete. Yes, absolutely.
If only 1,000 points would actually bring back time splitters. If only. Also, Dave, I agree about FU bot. Stupid bot.
I will. So here's what we've learned from today's stream: caps need to be allowed.
No, they don't.
Emojis need to be allowed, multiple,
No, they
and
don't.
Sincho needs to have a limiter on the hydrates to cool down.
Hot tub stream for 200 million points.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do that at 1 million.
No,
Oh
200 million.
200
My
million?
price has now gone up considering what you've done today.
Pete, you should come visit Belfast in April.
No.
You should. Because there might be a hot tub involved.
Does it mean that I'll get my parcel sooner? That's been clearly held up by stupid customs.
Yeah, yours and Mike's.
Because they think that there might be some kind of narcotics involved.
Apparently,
printed it on cocaine paper.
Yeah, I did. Dang it! Why did I do that, Pete? You should have told me not non-cocaine paper. I'll know for next time. Yes, Sincho needs a limiter, period. Yes, Sincho is going to be the first person charged with drowning someone by chat rewards. Sincho says, I'm filling up the hot tub by using hydrate. Why? Is it keep deleting? It keeps deleting Dave's stuff. No, stop timing Dave out. Dave, I'm sorry. I'll fix it, I promise.
He's done this to himself.
I'm sorry. I will fix it.
He's done this to himself. Sorry, Dave, but you've only done this to yourself.
See, Danzig, yeah. Pete, my special Ultros gifts we had made are also stuck in chat. Stuck in customs.
It's stuck in chat, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. Once you're stuck in chat, you're not getting back out. Max says,
Brent.
No live drowning is allowed in stream. It's against TOS. Oh my goodness, the poll is at 50-50, which is great. Nana gets to type in all caps because he's a mod. Danzig.
Man, why did you do that? Clearly the bot realises that Dave is a problem.
Oh, Mike Tinder.
The only time that bot's got something right.
No! Dave does not need to be timed out. And Mike Tindo, the machines are fighting back. Hello, Mike. So I tried to get Nightbot working. It's got a few quirks that we're working out. But overall, it's really good. You should have a look at the channel redeem points. Skynet is going live.
And she also didn't tell me about any of this until we went live. So, yeah, you're learning like I am.
Surprise. I went, surprise, Pete. Yes, I've been working on it all day. And then, Jenny! Hey, Jenny! So, Jenny, this channel has gone a little bit chaotic. But it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Danzy says...
by my happy exterior that I'm really, really excited about this one.
Danzig says I'm going to sweet talk Nightbot all night. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Then, okay, that's a good point, Sincho. Not more than usual, honestly. That's very true. I know, Jesse's like, it's been so long to Jenny. I'm going to say this. Nana, can you do a shout out to Jenny by doing exclamation shout out. Shout out. No, shout out. I didn't do SO.
Okay.
And at Jenny Sparkles. Yes, Dave says, fix the bot. It's a twat. No wine for the bot.
Twat.
Yes.
Twat.
Oh, that's right.
Say it properly if you're going to say it.
That's what Dave and Rowan were having me say it properly. So.
Good, because they're correct. Freaking Americans. Twat. What's a twat? I mean, you're the same frigging country who doesn't understand a you.
It's true.
But everything is all about you over there.
Aha! It's true. And see my broken headset? It's just dangling.
Oh no, I've got a broken headset, but only a £500 chair and a crystal wine glass.
You don't know me. Look at my chair, people.
I do know you.
Let's see. Can I get it to purple? I want to put it on purple. For no reason. Well, there's red.
For goodness sakes.
Red's somebody's favorite color. Look at that. How cool is that? Anyway, it's really cool, Jesse. I'm like so into my chair, which is weird. I mean, I literally am into my chair when you think about it. But I intend to hurt its feelings. Oh, that chair rocks. Thank you. Oh. I love the hug command. I'm sorry. I think that is the greatest thing I've ever done on this show. Now, if you want to redeem me... Yes, it needs all the love in the world. If you want to redeem a last chug, because there's only that much left, go ahead and do it, because we'll start the show, and I probably won't do any redeems during the show. Yes, Cincho, if you want to redeem me. Oh no, what did you delete? It deleted Jenny's message. I'm learning Nightbot. Oh, it's the multiple emojis.
Yep.
I apologize for Nightbot and his actions. He's got to learn that it's okay. I did.
It's okay. Just an AI tool.
Well, he's got to learn it's okay to shout. Sometimes we need to shout, and it's okay to have multiple emojis because we all have multiple emotions that need to be expressed. He's just a bot. He doesn't know. Oh, Jesse got to do all caps. Why did Jesse get to do all caps? Well,
Best way to be, Dave. Best way to be.
Want me to adjust
Don't rely
them?
on the AIs.
Yeah.
They're going to take over eventually. It's all Skynet.
Yes, it's true. Anyway, Jesse says, I'm special. Jenny says he is. Shout, let it all out. This is not a singing stream. Unlike Jenny's, which is.
I was song there yesterday.
Yeah.
I had a right 80s rave going on down in my house.
Wait, Max says he got booted. Did you really get booted? Or are you just playing? Don't get booted. Nobody can boot Mags. What? You shouldn't have ads. You're subbed.
Was.
That's... What? Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out in this stream, which is pure chaos, as we get Nightbot sorted. He's trying. He's learning. He's learning. Oh, gosh. 10 messages were deleted? What are you doing, Dave? Stop timing out Dave! So anyway.
We're never going to start, are we?
We are going to start. Pete wants to go to bed. So, I apologize to chat for Nightbot. I will talk to him after the show. We will get him sorted. He's just being... Oh, I'm not reading that out loud, Mike. Although it is true. Anyway, no. But I will sort Nightbot out. Now.
I could have been playing Batman instead of this.
Pete, you love this show. Anyway, yeah, probably won't be doing redeems during this show, but we'll do it after. Or Tech
No,
and Pete.
Batman Sencho, just Batman.
We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a second. Pete, shush and watch me get timed out again. That's what Dave said. Okay, Pete, do you want to count me in while I drink and introduce the show?
I mean, you'll just do it anyway, so...
I mean, it's true. Look at my port. Look at it. It's just hanging there. Anyway. It's alright, I've got new ones.
I'm recording now, so we're going to get on with the actual show. So, right, we're starting in 3, 2...
Welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio, episode 188. I can't believe it. I cannot believe we are this far. But we are. We're counting down to 200. I'm your co-host, Kiley Wilde, and I'm joined by my ever-present co-host, Pete Beckett.
Hello.
Who's a little bit grumpy today because I pulled a sneaky surprise on him, which you should come over and see at twitch.tv/rapper-reviews. Yes, and you can join in live, and you can chat with us in our beautiful, wonderful, lovely chat, who I love and adore.
Like I said, the next time I'm not allowing that two-factor authentication to go through.
Yeah, so Pete has to approve every time I sign into Twitch. On the Rapper
Yeah, you were the
Reviews.
one who told me to get the two-factor authentication as well.
I hate it. It's annoying.
Yeah, because then I have to be aware of what you're doing. Funny that.
That too. Oh, Jenny is lurking. You can do exclamation lurk. Exclamation, that's a word. Exclamation lurk now. I have that enabled. And then, but we've got a great show for you. See, look at all the words I put in there. Pete has come up with, now, okay, so Pete's over here talking about how he didn't like that. I surprised him, but Pete surprised me. He has a surprise for today's show.
No, bull. Absolute bull. I did tell you that we're going to discuss something to do with a company, and that is all. But once I introduce it, you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
I figured it out.
We kind of teased it last week.
I know. But before we get into that, the most important part of this wonderful show, I do like to start out every week by asking my wonderful, fabulous co-host, how has your week been, Pete? And what have you been playing?
Tiring, exhausting, moving on. No, I'm joking. No, it's been a long, busy week where I've not really done a lot other than playing a little bit of Batman and working. So I'm continuing my playthrough with Arkham Asylum.
Right.
I have made it up to the Botanical Gardens, and I've got about 50% of the Riddler trophies already.
Oh wow!
So
very good.
Yeah, 117 out of 240, so just shy of the 50% marker. But
very good.
I realised after this playthrough, obviously, that I have to get a lot of them in certain areas before Poison Ivy destroys the asylum.
This is very true. I actually forgot about that. But
yeah,
that
so did
true.
I, until I got to a certain point and went, oh yeah, she's going to destroy this section. Whoops, let's go and get that. So, yeah. Other than that, actually, games-wise, today, whilst I had about an hour's downtime, I carried on with some side stuff on Yakuza, or Like a Dragon Gaiden. Very
good.
So I've been doing a lot of side content with that, doing a lot of the Akame network requests, and they are quite fun. But I might have done something very, very stupid this week.
How so? I'm intrigued.
I may have spent money on buying the entire Yakuza collection on disc.
I am not surprised. If anyone has been watching this show, I told Pete last year, as soon as he played Yakuza, he was going to be hooked and addicted and into it, and he is. Ha! So I predicted it.
That may also have included a Chinese, I say Chinese, or an overseas copy, because they don't press a physical version of Like a Dragon Gaiden in the UK.
Oh, goodness. Well, chat is going crazy. Dave said, did you spend about 12 quid?
No, actually, surprisingly, those games are going up in value, which is why I jumped in now.
Oh, that's what she said. Mike says, dude, Pete is breaking the bank.
I don't know how much I spent, honestly.
Yeah, did you spend as much as I spent on my chair?
No. I did find a good deal on Infinite Wealth, though, to be fair.
Oh, that's cool. We did end up watching, I ended up watching Max play Infinite Wealth, and I really liked it. It's very narrative heavy.
Yeah, that's why I noped out at the very beginning of the stream, because I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I saw part of the opening cutscene whilst he was doing something, and I was like, oh damn, I've already seen something I didn't want to see. 2 minutes in, I'm already deep.
Oh, that's what she said. Danzig says, Danzig hugs Pete's wallet. And Mike says, it's all about priorities, Pete. Weddings and mortgages, they can wait.
No, it's called disposable income,
Oh gosh. Yes, my
which is a
chair is
bad
an
thing for me.
investment. Um,
Yeah, well, so is the Yakuza games at this point.
there you go. Oh, there's purple. There's purple for Max. We'll just leave it there.
No, shan't. This isn't a mag stream. No offense, Max.
It's always the Max stream. Anyway, yes.
Let's move on. How has your week been apart from frivolously spending?
Well, funny you should say that. Yeah, so I got a new PC. Anyone that's catching our stream can see that my setup's a little bit different. I'm still waiting for my second monitor to come in. It's weird working with one monitor. I haven't done that in like forever. And then I'm ignoring chat because I already feel very bad about my investment. But oh, Danzig. Oh, I cannot read that. But yes.
I can.
No, you can't. Not on this part. But
I mean, there's no swear words in it. It's fine.
I mean, that is true. Yes. I agree, Jesse. But this week, I've had a pretty busy week. I'm wrapping up some work stuff and exploring some new ideas and stuff like that. And oh goodness, I'm gonna ignore chat right now. Although they are making me blush and giggle. But I actually played. Okay. Okay, I'm really gonna ignore chat and just go with it. I actually played Suicide Squad this week with Max. But,
Oh, of course.
but let's concentrate on Suicide Squad. It actually is like, Pete, we've talked about Suicide Squad many times on the show, and I've said how much I want to like it. I want it to succeed. I want it to do well. But you know, everything coming out was not good, and then the constant like delays and stuff like that. That's never a good sign. But surprisingly, the single player game is I've enjoyed it quite a bit.
Funnily enough, Kurt actually said the same thing to me.
Right, okay.
After we'd finished recording Goodfellas.
There's four different characters that you can play. I'm kind of stuck on Deadshot right now.
I think we might have a small problem. I don't know if it's you lagging or it's me.
Okay, it might be me.
I don't know.
I'll read what Dave says. Notice how the bot allows all of this talk. Kiley has been fine-tuning the settings, yes. Yes, Mags is allowed. Just but
No, the problem is it's
chat's
lagging
not
on my end, so that's going to be in the recording itself.
Okay, yeah, because chat's not noticing lagging, but if you're noticing lagging, that's the podcast. So for those who don't know, Pete does the podcast, I do the stream. Yeah. Anyway, so the single player of Suicide Squad.
I've paused the recording. We're gonna have to stop for a second and let it catch
up.
up.
Okay.
No, because it's gonna be in the native recording.
No,
so
that's fine.
That's fine.
That's what happens with live recordings.
Yeah, it's literally like about 4 times within.
Pete, you are frozen.
Yeah, exactly. It's a problem. I think there's something going on with my internet.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll try and wrap this up pretty quick then.
No, I've had to stop the recording. This is a problem.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm thinking. Shit.
Let's see. Danzig says they should have made it a single player game that switches between the characters like the GTA campaign for sure. For show. I actually agree with you there. I had forgotten about GTA being able to switch between the characters. Max says, I like Suicide Squad, so sue me. I was getting to that part, but we had to pause.
Sorry, just give me 2 minutes. I'm just waiting to see if it's fixing itself.
That's fine.
It seems to be okay now.
Okay.
I think I know what it could have been, and I don't know why. Weird.
Right, okay, that's fine. Tell me where you want to pick up with.
Yeah. Let's gonna say we could start again, but nah, I'm not going for all of that again.
Cincho says, I'll jump into the hot tub now. Not even kidding. Yes. I actually didn't get in my hot tub today. I meant to, but I ran out of time. Mike
No,
says
I'm not
it's
actually installing the games yet.
Mike says it's not too early to restart. I'm fine with restarting, Pete, if you want to.
I mean, we could. You know what? Let's just restart because that was bad. That was
Sometimes
really
that
bad,
happens.
So...
Sorry,
okay,
chat.
let me close down the voice meter and then just bring it open again so we can restart.
Okay. We will do that. I've got plenty of wine. I can go all night. But yeah. Stick around. I think I'm gonna put the hot tub regime in there. But it'll be like a million chat points. Because we've had chat points, but we've not done anything with them. So we have to. Because we've got our loyal listeners, our loyal chat. Wow, I can't believe I broke my headset. Look at that.
Awesome.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay.
Yeah, right, let's start again. Sorry, everyone. This fucking computer.
Don't worry about it. Brent
I
says...
all this money on a computer, and it's fucking great. It's really good. It's fantastic.
You're fine, Pete. It's all good.
No,
what?
I'll tell you the reason before we start recording.
Okay.
I had Steam open for some reason.
Oh, Pete. Yeah.
No, it automatically opens. And
I didn't realize okay.
That some absolute twerps at work have made me download Warzone.
Oh, dear. Yeah, that's probably not good.
And it was downloading in the background.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine until we started recording.
Yeah. Well, now you know.
Well, yeah.
So we'll start over.
Yes,
I do like what Dave says, which is my bank account can attest to how much wine this woman drinks. Leaves angrily. Yes. So
have you had to take a second mortgage out yet?
I'm sure he has. He literally handed me his bank card, Pete.
I know. We had this discussion last week. Anyway, right. I'm going to start.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio, episode 188. I'm your co-host, Kiley Wilde, and I'm joined by my ever-present co-host, Pete Beckett.
The magic of the internet, you'll never realize this is a second attempt.
This is our second take, but you'll never know. Except I just told you, so you will.
No, I did too, so it's fine.
We can't lie.
People on the stream might find that out too.
But go over to twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews and you'll see the original, because we're not editing that. And also you'll see all my new little things I've done to chat. I put a lot of commands in and stuff.
Yeah, and she didn't warn me about any of it. So you got annoyed me to start. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Which, I live for annoying Pete. It's my favorite pastime. Also, you can see my new chair, which is right now Mag's purple. Pete, that's not normally how we start the show. I kind of stumbled on my words there, but that's okay because I've drank a lot of wine.
Already, yeah.
I have. I'm halfway bottle. I'm halfway bottle there. But Pete, how's your week been?
Well, for those listening who will know. Anyway, yeah, it's been a busy week. Been a bit busy in terms of work stuff and other life shiz, let's say. But I've had a bit of time to carry on with Batman Arkham Asylum. Yeah, I'm up to the Botanical Gardens about 50% through the game at this rate. So, yeah, also been playing a little bit of Like a Dragon Gaiden. Been doing a lot of the side stuff on there with the Akame Network. The Akame Network is basically the side stories. So usually you would just go and find random people around to just go and do a side quest. Right. This time you actually have to go and talk to someone to go and get them. And a lot of them are quite fun. I will tell you about one. I'll spoil this one because this one is probably one of the stupidest I have seen.
Oh, I love stupid.
You go up to a guy in Smileburger and actually it's dating advice.
Oh my god!
So he's trying to woo this lady, and it's their take on Chat GPT.
Oh my god!
So he's using Chat GPT to talk to this girl.
Oh my!
And he's like wondering how to woo her, and it's like telling this guy to go and like intimidate someone to show us, like for a show of strength and stuff. so you have to get into a fight to stop a guy from punching him out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's
It's
new.
so dumb. It's so dumb. It's really funny though.
Well, yeah, Dave in chat shares your point of view on that because he says that is cool, Pete. Well, I say cool, funny. That's very interesting. Well, that's what one thing that I've noticed because Mags has been playing the Infinite Wealth one. Wealth?
Yeah.
Wealth. And it was very narrative heavy, which is why Pete noped out of there pretty quick. But we got to like the part, and we got to the part where I'm not giving anything away. I won't. I promise. But it is like a dating sim for a little bit there. But I think that's normal for Yakuza games. And I don't know. Yakuza games are weird. I love them. But anyway. Yes. Pete, have you frozen? Or are you still with us?
I'm still
You're
here.
still with us. Okay.
You froze for a second on my end.
Oh, sorry about that. But anyway. But you're playing Batman currently.
Currently, right. Yes. So I'm trying to get through that so I can go into City.
Right. Exactly.
I played a bit of City, like actually about half of the game when it was on 360, and I didn't enjoy the atmosphere as much as I did with Arkham Asylum. I keep hearing that City is amazing, so I'm gonna go back and try and get through it.
It's very good. I will say my favorite is Asylum. It always will be. And then Origins being my least favorite. But yeah, I always joke and say, try and play those games on Luna because that was insane.
No, I mean I've got Origins and I really want to play the game because I heard mixed things at the time. I really liked the idea of the game.
I didn't realize you hadn't played Origins. Okay.
No, but I've seen a lot of the stuff with it. I've obviously seen that one of the particular boss fights in it, and it is particularly good.
Oh, I mean, okay. That's an interesting take. It's not my favorite. But, I mean, I'm saying it's not my favorite. It's still, still an Arkham game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's sort of the bastard child because it's not made by Rocksteady.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are turned off by.
Yeah. Yeah, chat's distracting me.
Yeah, I know it is. Come on.
So...
Yeah, I was going to... Anyway.
Yes, my week. So as far as like work and stuff, I'm just catching up on stuff. And yes, I got a new PC, obviously, for people who want to visit us over at twitch.tv/rapid reviews. I'm stuck with one monitor, which is not fun. It's not fun. I might get 3 monitors actually next. I wish you could see this freaking cool as heck CPU I got. It's all light up and stuff.
Fine.
Okay, good. But it's all light up and stuff, and it's gel cooled, which is cool. And
you're gonna have to tell me off stream how much that thing cost you.
Oh, Pete.
I think I might have an idea based on how much the water cooling was when I looked at it.
Yeah, you already guessed my chair. So, but anyway.
Well, it's not hard to work it out by
Yes.
looking up at the chair.
But remember, my broken headphones, I'm still a woman of the people. But playing this week, I actually played, Suicide Squad. And yes, Danzig in chat says, who needs 2 monitors when your butt flashes purple? Priorities. My butt always flashes purple. Anyway. I played Suicide Squad, which if you're a listener and a watcher of this show, you know I have said I want Suicide Squad to be good, but I've always been afraid that it wouldn't be good because of the delays and just the rumors and all this kind of stuff. But I played it this week, and the solo campaign, I love it. I'm not like, no, I love it. I think that graphically it works. I'm playing Deadshot. Out of the 4 characters, Deadshot feels very much like your kind of stereotypical looter shooter character. Very similar to my tank character in Destiny 2. Which
Oh yeah, that tank character was crazy.
yeah, works for me. And then I played a little bit of multiplayer with Mags, and so me and Mags, we enjoyed playing it, and it worked great. But the bots, because it was just us two, which means they fill in the other two players with bots.
Yeah.
The bots were freaking useless.
No surprises there.
Yeah, like I died at one point, and the Harley Quinn bot was just like standing over me and like saying her witty one-liners, and I was like, "Dude, heal me!"
Let's be honest.
Well, Pete frozen, but Max says, "Yeah, the bots they were a big letdown," which is true. It's just weird but in single player they are great. How does that work? That's what I don't understand. Single player, the bots are fine. They're very like aggressive and stuff like that. But then we switch to multiplayer, online play, and they're just standing there playing nothing. I was gonna say a wordy dirt, but I'm not gonna say it now. And then Cincha says I'd like the Harley bot to stand over me.
I wouldn't. That is an ugly character model this time around.
I don't know. I'm always kind of like inside I'm hard, like outside I am clearly Wonder Woman, like physically, but inside I'm Harley. So I just love her.
No, I look, I loved Harley Quinn back when it was the Batman animated series.
Yes.
She's freaking amazing in Arkham Asylum as well.
She is, yes.
But she's such a watered down character now. She's in everything. Just retire the character at this point. I hate her. I hate her with a passion now.
Well, I love her. But Danzig says, do you think 4-player will be as good as single player? I think if they can work the bugs out for the online play, yeah, like me and Max, we had a lot of fun, and we're gonna finish out the campaign, and like it hasn't put us off. It sucks, but it hasn't like totally put us off. Dave says, I'm with Pete on that one. They did not model her well.
Oh, sorry, Mags. No, I've watched the game. She is nowhere even close to how she is in the Arkham games. She's brilliant in the Arkham games.
I like her, but maybe I'm coming at it from a different point of view. Could be. And then Nana says, to be fair, Birds of Prey was alright. Max says, I enjoyed that film, but it was a Harley film, not a... That right there. Like
that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they changed the name from Birds of Prey, the fabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, to just Birds of Prey.
Yeah. I wasn't happy when they did that. And then Centro says, I'm with Pete. So there you go, Pete. You got supporters. Dave says, we are allowed point of views. Yeah, of course. Absolutely, Dave. We're a free place here. You can have any point of view you want.
It's called open discourse. It's something that society doesn't seem to allow much these days.
That's true. But, so, to sum up, so far, I have enjoyed Suicide Squad. Now, it's the beginning of the year. We're in the beginning of February for our listeners and watchers who may not know. It is actually one of my top games, but I also haven't played very much. I think I've played 2 other games at most. So, that may change.
What else have you played this year, then?
I can't remember, because I drank a lot of wine. But I played a couple of things. But right now... I played some indie games, I don't remember. But right now, Suicide Squad is in my top games. But again, we're at the beginning of the year. We'll see how that goes. But I'm enjoying it very much.
Okay, well, I'm interested to see what it's like when I play it myself, because actually, once he's done with it, Kurt said he's going to lend me his copy of it.
Oh, very good. Oh, Pete, that would be good. We can do some online if you feel like it.
What are you playing it on?
Xbox?
I think I'm getting the Xbox version, so I might be able to.
Well, there you go.
I'll let you know.
And then Danzig says, open discourse and tell Nightbot to silence you mere mortals. Yes. And then Brent says, my number 1 game of the year is that Persona 3? Oh, right, okay. Max should be playing that soon, right, Max? Or am I just imagining that? I imagine a lot of things with Max. But anyway, Dave says Rapid Review Squad. Yes, Max is still
Oh, of
playing.
course, Prince of Persia
Yeah,
came out this.
he's still playing Prince of Persia. Now 75. I need to play that. This game was a lot bigger than I thought. It looks so amazing.
Yeah,
Dave
that's what
says,
she said as well.
yes. Dave says Persona 3 is amazing. Mag says Persona 3 Reload is tomorrow night. I knew it was coming up.
Well,
I knew it was.
tonight as the audio version comes out.
Yes, exactly. Um, yes. Sinjo says, I played Warm Snow the past days. Highly recommended. Indie action roguelite from Asia. Ooh.
Oh, is that what you were playing on stream earlier? I dropped in for a couple of minutes and then was.
Oops.
I was decided to play Like a Dragon instead. Sorry.
Right.
I had an hour of free time and I wanted to play a game instead of watch something.
Well, there you go. Yeah, okay, Mags went exactly where my brain went, which is not a surprise. Don't eat warm or yellow snow.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so Pete, do you want to introduce this week's show? Let us know what we're doing.
Yes, I shall. So, anyone who was obviously here last week or listened to the show last week, we might have, when the stream was sort of wrapping down,
yes,
sort of might have said that, well, we noticed that something was trending on Twitter at the time.
I vaguely remember
Microsoft.
that. Yes.
So, we are going to discuss what the hell happened there.
Okay.
So, I've actually been doing a little bit of research on this afternoon.
Right, okay.
So, screw the game. Anyway, I was trying to use a source, and the Gamer is not a good site for ad blockers. The Gamer. Anyway, so let's talk about the potential S-storm that was going down this past week with Xbox.
Okay.
And how Xbox, quote or unquote, is doomed.
Okay.
So, do you know much about what's happened?
I don't much know.
Oh, good. Let me run you through a timeline then.
Okay.
So, I'll bring you up to speed, shall I? This is bringing you and the audience up to speed with everything. So, timelines of events is as follows. So, this is going to be very much like the Insomniac episode that we've done. So,
all right.
I'll run you through the timeline and then we can actually have a discussion about certain parts of it that you want to, and then we'll discuss the whole thing overall and give our thoughts about everything that's happened.
Right.
So, this actually started at the very early stages of the year, so this has been developing for probably the last month. I didn't realise it's been as long as it has. So, around about the 8th of January, there were several outlets that were quoting a notable leaker by the name of Nate the Hate.
Right. I've heard of him, yes.
So he has come out and basically stated that an Xbox property, I think he either said it on his Twitter or said it on the Nate the Hate podcast, that a noticeable first-party Xbox exclusive is going to be coming to the Switch.
Right, okay.
With a said company might have also teased it a little bit that they're potentially going to do it. I'm not going to tell you what the company is because it will give away what the game is.
Right, okay.
So, as a result of this, I think several people have gone into the source code of a recent update for said game onto Xbox.
Right.
And noticed that there was potential of various different versions for the game, and by various I mean 2.
Right, okay.
Which would mean one version is possibly a Switch version, and the other is a PS5 version.
Right.
Now, weirdly enough, that game, probably not the most ambitious game to put on a platform, is Tango Gameworks Hi-Fi Rush.
Yes. Not surprised, really.
I'm not overly surprised by this, and there is precedent that Microsoft properties have gone onto other platforms before.
Right.
I.e., Microsoft have allowed Minecraft to be sold everywhere still since the
Yes.
acquisition of Mojang in the past.
Yes.
But we've also had the Ori games come to Switch, as
Yeah.
well as oh god, what was the name of that game? Oh, Super Lucky's Tale coming onto the Switch as well
Right.
a few years ago, which was then rebranded as New Super Lucky's Tale.
Yes.
Yeah, so Xbox has played nicely with the Switch before on Nintendo, and there have been rumors about a partnership going on for the last couple of years anyway.
Right.
So a lot of people have obviously been taking this as a little bit of an interesting caveat, let's say, and going, could Microsoft, and I'm posing the question, could Microsoft be abandoning their console output and going third party?
Right. I did see that all week, by the way.
Oh, we're getting to that.
Okay.
So we're getting to that point. So this sort of died down a little bit, let's say. So there were obviously people talking in sort of hushed tones, sort of saying there is an Xbox game coming to other platforms. It might be revealed soon,
Right.
you know, and stuff like that. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit to the last week. So February 4th. Nate the Hate goes onto Twitter, and I'm going to read you the tweet as is now.
Okay.
So actually, this comes off the back of an Xbox era article. Now, I will just read you the headline of the article. Microsoft plans Starfield launch for PS5.
Yes.
Now, for anyone sitting under a rock
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't know what the hell was going on, Starfield was already planned for the PS5.
Yes, it was.
When Microsoft bought Bethesda.
Yes.
And they subsequently cancelled it.
It's true. I remember that. We did a show on it.
Yes, we did. So I'm going to read through some of the article because it will go through some of the stuff that also happened in between as well.
Right.
So, reading from the top. For many weeks now, rumours have persisted regarding Microsoft's intentions to release a number of first-party games, namely Hi-Fi Rush, and here was the other one, Sea of Thieves, on rival platforms.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Sea of Thieves this week. Okay.
Yeah, this was over the last couple of weeks. There was several games that were being banded around. Now, I can understand where the precedent was set for this one because if you remember, Sony have stated they wanted several live service properties to come out to the PlayStation 5, and they subsequently cancelled quite a few of them.
Right.
With one of the only ones that was coming out so far is Foam Stars.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So, this would fit their bill of having a potential live service game on their platform.
Okay.
Yeah, probably people taking 2 and 2 and trying to make 5 out of it, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, so going back to the article, according to our sources who have asked to remain nameless because they were not authorized to talk about the company plans, that list of games also includes Starfield. So Starfield released back in 2023 to what they quote fairly positive reception, which, let's be honest, it's an Xbox era article. Of course, they're going to try and drum up a narrative.
Look, the people who loved it. That's all I can say. I did not.
I fell off very quickly.
Yeah.
I hated that game.
Which is shocking to me because I, as I say every week, am a Bethesda fangirl. But...
Yeah. Anyway, so they go over the fact that it was surpassing 6 million players within a week of the release. Fair enough. Like, it had good numbers.
I mean, hey, yeah.
Let's be honest. The Steam reception on it is now mostly negative. Oof.
Yeah.
Anyway, now it looks as though Microsoft are planning on bringing Bethesda's RPG universe to an entirely new platform, the PS5. According to sources, we understand that currently Microsoft are planning a launch for Starfield post the release of the already announced Shattered Space expansion for Xbox and PC, which is on target to arrive later at this point, some point this year. We've also been informed that Microsoft have made additional investment into PS5 dev kits to support ongoing development affairs, adding further fuel to the fire. As the already existing rumours have suggested, the idea of bringing first-party titles to competing platform marks a massive change in strategy for Microsoft. And from what I understand, it's not been without fierce internal debate on this new direction.
Right. Interesting.
Bear that in mind.
Okay.
So we're going to leave this article here because I think it's not really going over too much, to be honest, else other than that. So this now brings us back onto Nate the Hate, which is what I was saying before. He clarified on Twitter on the same day that this article arrived. He says this report is accurate. Starfield will land on PlayStation.
Right.
I've heard similar, but opted on waiting on reporting this information until the PS5 release timeline was finalised. As the report states, the PS5 version will come after the arrival of the DLC of expansion DLC on Xbox and PC. So, he then also clarified a few days later, says, I do want to emphasise that though I heard similar, one should still treat this as rumour. As noted above, I didn't want to report on it until a release window was finalised. Meaning plans remain open to change. Microsoft will bring select games multi-platform. That I have confidence in.
Shout out to Mags. If we can get a exclamation sub hype. Mags is just subscribed. Oh, thank you so much, Nana. For 2 months.
Nice, thank you. Anyway, we will come back to that in a bit. So, obviously the rumours were swirling.
Right.
There was, after this point, this is where the absolute insanity started happening. So this is around about the point where we pick up back where we were last week.
Right. Okay.
Where I was going, oh God, are we going to have to talk about this now? This is where I saw Microsoft trending, and I wondered what the hell happened.
Right, okay.
Okay, so this is where several noticeable people online were banding around quite a lot of things. There were quite several leakers quoting a lot of Microsoft first-party titles as also going multi-platinum or multi-platform.
Right. Okay.
Including, probably the craziest one for me, Gears of War.
Right, okay. That's okay.
Now, I don't know what you know about Gears of War in terms of the original 3 developments.
Well, what do you mean exactly? Because
So you know that obviously they were developed for the Xbox 360.
Yes,
you know
exactly.
They came out for the 360.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
It's not known by many people. There was a PS3 version in the works for Gears of War 3.
Oh, I don't think I knew that. I knew that.
They quietly cancelled it, and it actually was revealed during the Xbox Underground hack.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I remember those days.
So, you know all this stuff that's been going on this last week?
Yes.
I went back and listened to the Xbox Underground
oh, goodness.
Darknet Diaries episode, and
yes.
That's where they obviously stated that there was a they stated that they hacked into Epic's Epic servers, and they found the test version of Gears of War 3, but it was also revealed elsewhere that there was a PS3 version in the works.
Right. Okay.
Obviously, I mean, it was a Microsoft first-party title, but it was developed by Epic Games at the time.
Right.
I think this is before that Microsoft actually purchased the Gears of War property.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, it's precedent that there has been a PlayStation version playable in the past.
Right. Okay, that's insane. I didn't know that.
There were several titles that were banded around. I can't find any record of them, of any more being said, but obviously any person listening to podcasts during the last week will know that a lot of people have been throwing some wish lists around, let's say, including, some people wanting Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsports to come out on other platforms. Probably not going to happen, but we'll go into that.
Okay.
So, this obviously caught the attention of a certain person and several people, let's say,
Okay.
including someone, let's say, quite high up within Microsoft and the Xbox development team. So I'll read you the tweet as was posted out on the 5th of February.
Okay.
We're listening and we hear you.
Oh gosh.
We've been planning a business update event for next week, where we
Right.
look forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox.
Right.
Stay tuned.
Hmm.
That person was Phil Spencer.
I know. I know.
So, obviously, this has now churned the rumor mill probably even further than where it probably should have gone.
Definitely.
Clearly, some people haven't learned that if you see rumors going around on the internet, sometimes the best thing to do is to stay out of it and not mention them.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
And I've just noticed that Forza is currently trending on Twitter. I might come back to that in time. So, oh dear.
I mean, but Max has a good point. Do we know when he's going to make this announcement yet? Sometime this week, right?
So it's going to be sometime within the next week. So that was the 5th. That was the 5th of February. So that was last Monday, as of the time of recording.
Oh my goodness.
So it could be within the next week.
Yeah, very interesting.
So, obviously, you're not much on the social media sphere these days.
I am not. This is true. This is true.
Did you happen to see, though, that a lot of Xbox ambassadors lost their proverbial SHITs?
No, I didn't, because obviously I don't have a way of seeing that. That's what happened.
With the potential news that Microsoft might be going multi-platform, a lot of Xbox ambassadors have decried and renounced their Xbox ambassadorship.
Right, okay. Explain this. I'm curious. I want to know.
It's not much to explain. They basically just turned around and said, I can't be an Xbox ambassador anymore.
But, like, why?
Because of rumors. Because if they're potentially going multi-platform, then there's no such thing as an exclusive anymore.
Okay.
So they can't support Microsoft.
Okay, I want to discuss that, Pete. We have to pause. I know we're supposed to just go straight through. I do want to discuss this.
I'm coming to the end of the time in a second, but if you want to mention, just make mention of something quickly if you want to.
I hate exclusives. I think they're stupid. Timed exclusives I can kind of get behind a little bit easier, but I'm all about cross-platform. That's just how I am. Gaming for all, that kind of thing. So.
This coming from one person who used to be an Xbox fangirl.
I am an Xbox fangirl, but I think that PlayStation should get to join in with our wonderful, amazing, Game Pass and other things.
But do you think that Sony will then do the same?
No, we did a whole show.
So it's not. So unfortunately, it's not truly an open platform, then, is it?
Right. And no, it's not.
Let's be honest. The only true way to be multi-platform is to go on Steam anyway.
Yeah.
Because everything comes to Steam. Eventually.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Anyway, let's move on to the last point, because now this is where we come to today.
Right.
And this is unfortunately where this annoying the gamer article is ad blocking me.
Right. Okay.
Screw off. Stupid thing. So, anyway, I'll just read the headline for it. It says, Starfield, a PS5 leaker says he got it wrong.
Okay, interesting.
Unfortunately, I can't give you much more information than that, because stupid the gamer and their stupid ad block.
Okay.
Let me just see if I can try and remove that.
Also, shout out to Mike Tindo, who has discovered that he can just cuss in chat rather than pretend not to
Excellent.
cuss.
Right. Anyway, right. Cool. So
Mhm.
the article says the future of Xbox is currently uncertain now. What started as rumours that Hi-Fi Rush was coming to PlayStation Switch has exploded into rumours that the company is near enough dropping exclusives entirely, making many of its games multi-platform. Starfield was said to be one of these, with Bethesda RPGs set to come to PS5. We know that. So,
Wow, right.
right, this is kind of what I was looking for actually, and it was in the article. Um, Nate the Hate is
Right.
back again.
Yes.
So he tweeted out on the 9th of February. This is surprising. He only got picked up a day ago, but or
Right.
today for an article. But he did clarify further on the 10th. So let me read the tweet that he posted out, which is where he quote tweeted himself.
Right, okay.
Um, quote tweeted himself from this whatever day it was that I read it out.
Right.
Says over the course of the week, I've rechecked the info mentioned below, and the information suggesting Starfield for PS5 bound was
Right.
PS5 bound is false. I will not
Okay.
delete the tweet. I will own the mistake. A previous report from January discussing Microsoft bringing games multi-plat remains accurate.
Right, okay.
So he then tweeted or clarified no more than a few hours later, probably because a lot of people were talking about it. It says, for clarity, I'm only speaking for myself concerning Starfield, but new updated info on my side suggests that Starfield is not destined for PS5.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, this is currently where we sit at the moment until I go and see why the absolute hell Forza was potentially trending.
Right,
So,
okay.
let us discuss what the hell is even going on here. Can you make head nor toe about it?
I definitely can't. I'm very at a loss. Yeah. So work that one out, Pete.
I can't.
I
I
know.
think this is friggin' weird. It's probably
It's
one of the weirdest things that I have seen probably all week.
definitely. I agree with that. Absolutely, 100%.
So I know your general thoughts on what
Yeah.
you were saying about the whole multi-platform thing, but
Right.
do do you honestly feel that it's a good thing for it to go multi-platform?
I do. I think that it's probably gonna sound silly, but like okay, when lockdown happened, you can go back and you can listen to our episodes from then and stuff like that. Like I live on an island. I live on the island of Ireland. I could only get an Xbox X or whatever the white one's called. It's X,
Series
right?
S.
Series S. Sorry, I don't know. It's a dumb naming scheme. Uh, but um, I could only get that. That wasn't available. There was nothing else available. We could not get a PS5. We couldn't get the Xbox X. Anything like that. So if we wanted to play Among Us or Fall Guys or anything like that, we were quite limited. With our friends and stuff, and even PC or whatever. But as cross-platform became more available, I started to see the real value in cross-platform. So I'm always now going to be on the side of that. I want to see that happen, if that makes sense, Pete. Um, because I think I just love that. Like more gaming opportunities for more people, type of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I sort of understand where you're coming from, but
So what are your thoughts and feels on it?
I don't know where I sit with this. That's the problem.
Right,
I
okay.
really don't. Because I think the problem is that we live in an ecosystem now, or we live in a time where we want everything to be on one device. We want
Right.
everything to be unified. Yet we've never ever once had a problem with having exclusives before.
Right.
Now it's only seems to be a problem.
Right.
I think with the fact that Sony are realizing that they have to go to PC now, only further cements that everyone wants one unified place for things to go.
Right.
I also the thing is I know exclusives drive customers,
Yes, they do.
consumers, whatever you want
Mm-hmm.
to call them, to
Yep.
each respective platform. I worry about the state of gaming if they're developing for multiple different um, consoles at the same time, and
Right.
considering that we've seen a very sharp decline of game sales anyway for certain platforms, certain games,
Yeah.
I and the fact that based on the Insomniac episode that we did as well, the
Yes.
budgets are ballooning already.
Yes.
It would going multi-platform not balloon budgets even further.
Right. I do have to bring up what Max has said because it's very accurate. More so for PlayStation though than Xbox, because PS exclusives have always been better. That's the thing right there, Pete. That we haven't really discussed. Xbox exclusives, they ain't great. They're not great. PS has the exclusives. Xbox has Game Pass. Is my
Mm,
theory. What do you think? What
but
do you
in
think?
years gone by though, so that's a current day thing. We have to go back as far as when the Xbox started. We have to go back to the 360 when
Right.
in the
Okay.
very early days of the 360, the Xbox were absolutely dominating the PlayStation.
Oh, a
You know,
hundred
and the
percent.
exclusives that they had were absolutely top notch. You know,
Yeah.
Halo, Gears of War, Forza. You know, even on the original Xbox where you had Project Gotham Racing, um, they had exclusive deals with Koei Tecmo for Dead or Alive as well,
Very true.
and Ninja Gaiden.
But that's like 10, 15 years ago, Pete. What about?
Yes, that's what I said. You know,
Okay.
the landscape of gaming has changed since then, where everyone wants like an exclusive all-in-one box. You know, they
Right.
want everything on their they want everything either on their PC or just the one
I mean, I
console
do.
because.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I don't. I think each ecosystem
Oh.
has something incredibly different to offer. You know,
Right. Okay.
for like, sorry, this is going to be terrible for the audio listeners, right? So you have your PlayStation where
Right.
with your DualSense. That
Yes.
controller alone is very, very different from
Oh,
your
it's
Xbox controller.
100% different. I still
And they
think
feel
Xbox is
different. They're
superior.
programmed different. You know, their
They are.
exclusives are different, you know.
Yes.
And I quite like that. If you
Okay.
have everything going onto an all in one box, there is going to be no differentiation at all between either.
Right.
You know, this is why people talk about Nintendo quite frequently because they're the only company that seems to be wholly unique out there with doing a completely different approach. You know, Microsoft and Sony have both adopted the x86 architecture. They're both
Yeah.
running on AMD processors and stuff
Well.
like that. They can easily make the switch between the two, but would you really want to? You know,
Well. That's the
do you
thing.
really want to have Gears of War on a PlayStation, and do you want to have Spider-Man on an Xbox? It's not going to happen
Yeah.
because that means that Sony and Microsoft have to come to some sort of agreement that one of them's going to build the console and one of them's going to build the infrastructure then.
Right.
And then you have one certain thing happening again called the FTC getting involved and talking about monopolies.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
You can't do that financially speaking. You can't hinder the competition because the only competition you have is Nintendo. And technically, by court law or court ruling from the FTC discussion, Nintendo don't technically count anymore, which
Okay.
is weird
Right.
because the discussion was had between Microsoft and Sony. Nintendo never played into that factor.
Well, Mike, our friend of the show, Mike Tindo, actually brought Nintendo up earlier and said, "What were we
Hmm.
going to talk about them?" We are talking about them now. I think it's, I think it's interesting. Actually, you know what? Forget everything I just said. I saw earlier and actually Mags's Discord, somebody said, "Oh, PlayStation's outselling Xbox," but
Like 3-1.
but the truth is, Xbox. I mean, PlayStation has outsold Xbox for years. That's not new.
They have,
We've
but
talked about it
remember
on the show.
but also remember that the 360 had the better start by
Yes.
a lot stretch of the imagination. It was the fact the tail for the PlayStation 3 was so much better with all the constant revisions of the console itself.
Right. Yep.
They ended up selling nearly 100 million as a result of it.
They did, but now PlayStation is and has been for the last few years outselling Xbox, with Nintendo coming in, I think, about second. Pete, correct me if I'm wrong.
Nintendo are definitely second at the moment, for sure, with the Switch. And remember that their hardware is obviously technically a step down from them, but yet
very outdated. Yeah.
according to everyone, it's outdated, but yet
Yeah,
the numbers are selling so much more than any other console on the market, even with now into nearly its 7th year on the market.
Right. Yeah, let's see. Chat is going. Cincho says Monopoly is the worst. Board game. Very good, Cincho. Nana says, didn't the FTC get involved? Yes, it did. Yeah, and then Brent says, yeah, concerns about the layoffs. Max says, Nintendo.
Yeah, that's 100% my big issue with the fact as well, is that Microsoft laid off 1,900 members of their staff.
I mean, exactly.
Including the team that make physical games.
Yeah.
So this is probably where the crux of the issue was coming in for me, is that it does feel like their shift is going solely onto the subscription-based market.
So definitely
it doesn't sit outside the realms of possibility that these rumors are somewhat true.
I don't disagree, that's for sure. Max says Nintendo have been second even when PS5 and Xbox X came out. Yes, we've discussed that on this very show, which has always been crazy to me because Nintendo's hardware is so outdated. Jack Tendo says cons: Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo would all want their slice of the pie and not like the way it has been sliced. Everyone has their way of doing things. If you have just the one console and it's one set performance and scale, there are developers who can't meet that target exactly. A lot of games would suffer as a result. The bigger titles would need more dev time, and smaller games, while they can fill the void, let's remember, less is not more, quality over quantity. That's actually very, very, very true.
Yeah, but the problem is that nowadays it is mostly about quantity, unfortunately.
Oh,
and
it
I
is.
disagree with it. You know, it's let's spend more money to throw more graphics at things, but not actually tell good stories.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
Nintendo still remember the art of making a good game.
Yes, that's true.
You know, it is. There are several games out there at the moment that it's just constantly feels like they're trying to rush out for a market. You know,
yeah.
Let's be honest, right? And as much as you might like Suicide Squad,
I do.
did you see how bad the launch for that game was?
I did, and that's kind of my hesitation in starting it until I watched Mags play it, and then I was like, no, this is a game I want to try. But the launch itself was terrible. I mean, the servers just died.
No, you know? Wrong.
Oh.
Whoever told you that servers just died was completely wrong. No, what happened is there was an incredibly significant bug in the servers that meant that the game was auto-completing.
Right, okay.
So they shut the servers down to fix a critical bug.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, i.e., the game was rushed to market.
Right.
They didn't have significant time to test it. And most of the teams that got laid off within... obviously, this has nothing to do with Rocksteady, but most of the teams that get laid off... QA. The vast majority of teams that keep getting laid off are writers and QA. And what's the two things that people are saying at the moment about video games? The writing's crap, and it comes out in a horrendous state.
I mean, that's true. Yes.
So,
absolutely.
I agree. Less is not more. Yeah, less is more, let's say. Sorry.
Okay,
but
yes.
The video game market doesn't seem to think like that. We look at the budgets of things, and do you really think that we're going to be able to sustain a market where we're paying $250 million to create a video game for it to never break even? No, it's impossible. This is why studios are shutting down.
Right. Which is
But that's
insane.
neither here or there.
Yeah.
The
Not the subject of
here,
today's.
no, the discussion point is the fact that we need to be talking about what the hell is going on with Microsoft, and do you think whether or not it is a viable option for them to actually decide to go multi-platform and to only worry about their subscription service? And what does that mean for the state of gaming?
But the thing is, Microsoft has been mainly concerned about their subscription service. It's been
across all of Microsoft, yes, they have been.
Yeah, it's been a viable platform. It's made them a lot of money. They're not going to stop anytime soon. I mean, we talked about that on this show. And I think that a lot of their resources and concentration are going into that. And I think that a lot of companies, PlayStation, of course, probably the most obvious one, have tried to copy that success, and they can't. So I think that that's what Microsoft is just going to concentrate from here on out. I do. I think that's their top priority. Games are not their top priority. We saw how Halo Infinite came out. It was terrible. It was a, 20-hour game campaign that was supposed to have live service elements. And instead, they axed the live service elements, and now you've got this kind of like 20-hour campaign game and a multiplayer, thing. And that's Microsoft's own brand. That's their legacy, and they ruined that. Because all they care about... Yeah, they did. All they care about is Game Pass. And I'm not complaining about that, because it does make them money,
Yeah, I can't say that it doesn't make them money. Of course it doesn't. I'll be honest, I don't want to live in this life again.
Right.
Seeing another platform holder, another console maker go out of the equation.
Right.
I already lived once seeing Sega leave the console market. I'm not sure I need to live to see another one go and limit the choice that we have. Because I quite like both platforms. I quite like all three platforms, if you include Steam.
Right. I do like Steam.
Admittedly, I've probably moved most of my business now onto Steam.
Right, okay. I kind of want a Steam Deck.
So do I.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I like having the Xbox because I play with my friends on there. Like, a lot of my friends have an Xbox.
Right, okay.
And I like joining in parties with them. The party system for Xbox is so much better than the party system for PlayStation. But PlayStation has, admittedly, probably better games.
I mean, I do, I absolutely, again, Xbox fangirl. PlayStation has better games, better exclusives.
Yeah.
I mean, it does.
That's what I mean. I like different things about each system. I like the Series X controller probably more than the PS5 controller.
Oh, I definitely do. I mean, we did a whole show on controllers, remember? And the Xbox won out for all of us. I think it's a much better, superior controller.
It always has been.
Although Mags disagrees with us.
We can have discourse. It doesn't necessarily mean you're correct. No, we have no. It's fine. You can have your opinion. Yes. I don't think that the DualSense is a horrible controller. I think it's a very nice controller.
Yeah.
But it's just certain things about the Xbox controller that just feels like home to me.
Right, I get that.
But it's like I said, there are different things that different companies do, and it's just a big fan. Mm-hmm. I'm just a big fan of certain things that Microsoft do within their ecosystem, within their structure. I like things that Sony do with their consoles.
Right.
I much prefer what Nintendo do just generally anyway.
Right.
They make good games and they let them sit there for a while until they're ready to come out. There's nothing wrong with that. But I I just worry about the state of a two party market, because eventually, like, are Nintendo really going to compete with Sony? Probably not.
I mean,
Will Nintendo go out of business? Probably not. But did we ever think the same thing was ever going to happen to Sega? Probably not back in the day.
right. Right. Okay. I can see where you're going with that.
I just
Right.
don't want less choice. And whilst I like, the fact that I like the fact there is more choice for people out there.
Right.
I think that the exclusives is one of the things that people tend to focus on too heavily, but actually having the choice of platform
Right.
is probably more what people should be focusing on.
I think that makes
Ultimately,
sense.
as it comes down to it, we don't want to see big business want to disappear, and we want our big shiny new toys.
Right. Exactly.
And we're not going to have as many shiny new toys if one of them decides to bugger off.
I mean, it's true. Uh,
So that now gets me onto the portion of this where I want to get your general feels about what the hell you think is actually going to be announced next week.
okay. Although I do like what Max has said,
Yeah.
which is here's an unpopular opinion. I don't care about the platforms. I only care about the games. Said no one. Exactly. Like I only care about the games too. I do hate game exclusives. I don't mind timed exclusives, but I do hate purely exclusives.
I have no issue with that because
My
I
heater
have no
just
issue
went
with I have no issue with exclusives because they're developed for a system in mind, and there's clearly not enough resources out there to constantly put them out on several different systems.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can tighten up your resources to only put down on one console, what's the problem?
I
I
mean,
think we need to stop ballooning budgets.
I do agree with that because there's games that are being made that are like they cost more than movies. That's
They're about
insane
on
to
par.
me.
They're about on par with movies at the moment, which is
That's
absolutely
insane.
ridiculous.
And I don't know. I mean, obviously, like I have, which you can't see because my camera is turned. I have a PlayStation 4, nice little PSVR that I can't play because I can't play PSVR. I have a Nintendo Switch, which is a running joke because I've never started it. I've never loaded it up. And then obviously, I'm an Xbox fangirl. But I want to see all platforms make it. Like, I don't really have an allegiance to one over the other, if that makes sense. Although,
No.
I do kind of lean towards Xbox. But that's only because of the convenience of it.
Yeah.
But I want to see all
Your
of them.
ecosystem is there. You have all
Yeah,
your digital games there. You have your frenzies there.
exactly.
You have everything there.
Exactly.
That's fine. I get that.
I'm lazy. I like
But just think about it like this, right? Xbox goes
Mhm.
away and you lose all of that.
We'll
All
see.
that money that you might have invested in digital games, are they really going to be able to come back on the PlayStation? I highly doubt that.
I mean, that's the thing. That's why then I'm really big into cross platform. I really, really do support cross platform.
Mm.
And I agree with Mike. Mike says, I may never play an Xbox in my life, but it's great that there is choice to be able to choose your preferred platforms and games. Exactly. That's exactly where I'm at. Yes, I do. I know, Mike, I have a Nintendo Switch that has never been switched on. To be fair, I switched it on once. Pete and I were going to run a convention in 2021. I started up that good old Nintendo Switch because I had to make an account in order to run a what was it, Pete? We were doing Smash
Smash
Brothers?
tournament.
Yeah, Smash tournament. I had to submit all my information via that, and so that's the only time I've turned it on. But I have one. I just have never played it. Sandra says it's not choice but separation. If the games aren't available on everything, exactly. I think cross-platform would be ideal. Nana says, I don't know if it will happen because there's a lot of people who want games on par with the movie industry. That's another discussion, which will be for a future ep. Look at how things are now with Kojima and a lot of failed directors coming to games. Yeah, there's a lot to discuss there, for sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
But Pete, ultimately, what are your thoughts on this?
What are my thoughts on what's going to happen next week?
Yes. Uh-huh.
I think they're gonna pull the trigger, and I think they're gonna do it.
Okay.
I think they're gonna. Even though we had the documents come out not too long ago saying that they're potentially working on a revision for the Series X and stuff like that,
Right.
I
Okay.
actually think that that plan might have changed. I think that possibly after the 1,900 people that were laid off, especially when it comes to the Activision Blizzard like
Yeah.
merger,
Yeah.
and the fact that they're having to go through a lawsuit with Sony and the FTC, I think they've realised that, like what a lot of people said in their tweets, they're leaving a lot of money on the table. And let's be honest, it's business. They're not going to want to
Right.
leave the money on the table. Um, it's also been noted very frequently that that Phil Spencer has said on numerous occasions, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, we want Game Pass on everything.
I mean, yeah, that's been stated for the last couple of years, to be fair.
So
Um,
I wouldn't be surprised if the deal has been made
mm-hmm.
to make Game Pass available on Switch or the next Nintendo platform. They've already got a deal in place with Samsung TVs to obviously
Right.
have Game Pass on there and be able to connect a controller via Bluetooth onto them.
Right.
The biggest one will obviously be the PlayStation, but I wouldn't be surprised if Game Pass is coming to the PlayStation with select games not coming to it at first.
Right.
Some of the first party titles might stay off of there, like Halo, um,
Right.
Forza, stuff like that. But I reckon if they are going forward with multi platform releases, it will be released on Game Pass on Xbox first or on PC first, and then charged at £70 later on down the line for a PlayStation version.
Oof. Yeah. Well, I like what Nana says. I have too many thoughts on that. Share them. Mike says that's true, but it is also what makes each console unique with the type of games that they offer. That is true. You know what you're
Mm,
getting when you sign up for a PlayStation 5 game
you
exclusive.
do, but let's be honest, like quite a lot of games seem to be going the same way, and this is kind
Yeah.
of why I stated this on
Yes,
the
you
Tuesday
did.
night game show
Yep.
with Mags and Dave.
Yep.
Oh look, great, another third person over
Yes.
the shoulder action game. Great. It seems that since like Spider-Man, God of War, and Arkham came out, it seems to be the industry seems to be shifting that way,
Yeah.
and it is more of a cinematic experience, and I don't enjoy that as much.
I agree. Um, Mag says something will get announced. I doubt it will be a new console. That would be just silly. Agreed. 100% agreed. I have thoughts on that. But something's going to change. It has to change because they've got to make money. Sinjo says they're nuking the console. Yeah, but unique is anti-consumer and dumb. Yes, it is. Do you really think they're nuking the console, Sincho? Um,
I think they're nuking the console eventually.
really? Well, eventually, for sure.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't
But
be surprised if the Series X and the Series S and any subsequent revision of it is their final console.
right, okay. Hmm.
Look at how much it costs to develop each unit,
Yes.
and look at their sales. With the fact that they're not even reporting sales, but it's quoted that they're 3 to 1 behind PlayStation sales.
Oh, they have been
Um,
forever. Yeah.
yeah, for a long time. So you look at the general aesthetic of how much of you can kind of work it out reasonably that, say for instance, there's 20, 30 million PlayStation 5s out there in the wild at the moment, 3 to 1 means that there's 10 million Series X and Series S's out there.
Right.
That's a low number for a console that costs $500 or
Well,
450 quid.
I agree.
And that's
Mhm.
not even saying how much of a markup they have on
I,
each console and the
well,
parts that they use to.
yeah, I mean, Sincho says exactly what we've known for the last, I'd say, 10, 20 years, which is consoles don't make money themselves anyway. Uh,
They've always been supplemented by
uh-huh.
the games
It's the
releases,
games.
which is why exclusives have always driven that market.
Exactly. And then Sincho says, in fact, they lose money on consoles most of the time and make it back with games. Exactly. Brent says, to be on.
Not,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say not all the time, because eventually when they do the revisions of consoles, which is why you saw this with the Xbox 360S and the E and all that one, is that parts come down, that the price of those parts come down, and
Right.
they start making a profit on those consoles because
Eventually.
they're older parts. They're able to build them at, a much cheaper rate, and then subsequently post profits on those.
Well, Brent says, to be honest, I'm worried. I have Game Pass Ultimate until June 2026, and I've been paying almost exclusively on Xbox for almost 20 years. I have over 1K digital games in their ecosystem. At this point, taking games multiplat is not a big of a worry. That's a very
Hmm.
interesting take. Um,
Yeah.
mhm.
Now that's something they might have to iron out if they do decide to go on multi-platform. Is how does having access to those games that you've bought on their ecosystem all those years, how are you able to
Right.
access them? Because there's been uproar for many, many years about how Nintendo used to do it, and Nintendo have never been away from controversy for too long, let's be honest.
That's true.
From the Wii to the Wii U, you can obviously transfer over your games. You can your virtual console purchases didn't transfer over. They didn't.
Right. I
They didn't
remember that.
between Wii U to the Switch because they created a whole new system. The DS to the 3DS was also the same.
Yeah.
So, considering that Microsoft have had a unified ecosystem essentially since the 360, more so probably since the Xbox One,
Right.
how are you going to handle having those games available to you when they decide to step away from the console market? Or do you essentially go, well, we're not creating any more consoles, so the only way you're ever going to be able to play them is if you just never delete them off a console or never sell it?
I mean,
That's a worry for me.
I know it is because I always think about what was it, Scott Pilgrim?
Preservation.
Yeah, and Pete's obsession with Scott Pilgrim. Um, yeah, I mean that really opened my eyes as well. Uh, but at the same time, Sintra says put them on PC.
Yeah, but
Uh,
that means having to verify licenses for all of that onto a completely different architecture system.
yeah, that's true.
But
Uh,
he then says, other than that, tough love. I don't think that's fair. I think if you spent all the money on those games, you should have a right to be able to access them again.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's been the kind of like crux of the issue, you know?
Yeah,
Like, are you buying the game or are you just renting it?
like you're licensing it, and that it's been noted several times that apparently all you are doing is licensing it,
Yeah,
and that's not right. Like, that shouldn't be the case. You buy a game, you own a game.
right. I mean, I get it. Like, I do get it. But also at the same time, I'm kind of, as we've explored many times on this episode, on this show, I'm I'm more digital, but I get, like, don't get me wrong, I get the physical arguments, as Pete has been on the physical side of things.
Why do you
Um,
think I've been buying the Yakuza games?
exactly.
Like, not only because I want to own them, but
Yes.
one day it might come to be that they're no longer on a service.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to have them available to me to play in years gone by. like it was the case with your NES games, your SNES games, N64, Mega Drive, all of the old cartridge-based and early CD-based systems before updates. You owned games then, you didn't license them.
I mean, it's true. It's true. Like, I can't disagree with that. But also, I can't keep hoarding games. I don't have the room for it, you know? Um, but Cincho says, I have 1K games on Steam, and I'm worried they'll go out of business one day. But if they do, I took that risk. I mean, yeah, that's one way to look at it. You know?
It is one way to look at it, 100%. But it shouldn't be the only way to look at it. You should still want to have the ability to go back and play your games for many years.
Yeah.
You paid hard money for those, hard-earned money that you worked tooth and nail to be able to get. It is clearly disposable income that you clearly like to have.
Right.
And you should get enjoyment out of the things that you've spent your hard-earned money on.
I mean, yeah, I can't disagree with you there.
But that's what's going to happen if platforms shut up shop. You know, if you have an Xbox, they're not automatically going to turn around and say to you, "Oh yeah, anything that you've bought, here's a license for it to go and play it on Steam."
Right.
Not. They're never going to do that.
Well,
yeah. Oh, well, here we go. Oh, you've bought Gears of War 3 on the Xbox 360. Oh, well, you can now play it on the PS5. Hell no, they're not going to do that.
Right.
Because then that gives them the option to then sell it again and again and again.
I mean,
and that's where the corporate thing, that's where corporatism really pisses me off.
Yes. Which I get. But Cincho says there should be a law that they have to put them from free on a server to download in case that happens. Yeah, I know. DRM free. Autocorrect is unbearable. DRM free. Yeah, to put them DRM free on a server to download in case that happens. I definitely, here's what I will say. Because I do differ from Pete. Although I think Pete is a representative of a lot of mainstream gamers. I do think there should be some consumer protection laws put in place.
100%.
Yeah. I'm happy to say that. You know?
Yeah, I'm not unhappy to say that. I really want there to be that case. But
yeah.
Carrying.
Absolutely. Mike says, do we really own physical games? We possess them, sure, but while we may own the cartridge the game is on and can play that game for as much as we want, but the actual ownership of the game is that of the companies and developers who made them. Exactly. I have to agree with Mike there.
Yeah, I can't disagree. It is technically still the license to play it, and I think that's where it's, it's the legal loophole. By technicality, your definition is correct.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't correct. Be, yeah, but, for instance, like I said, when you go back and you put in your cartridge of Super Mario World, let's say, yes, it's still licensed to the company. Like, they still own the intellectual property. But they can't physically come and take that copy away from you at any point.
I mean, yeah, but they can shut it off at the source, I suppose.
How?
I don't know.
What, on an old copy? An old cartridge? They can do that in the digital age because they can remove digital licensing.
Yeah.
But they can take it off of the servers. But with an older physical version of a game that doesn't require an update, it's quite difficult to do so. Even let's say, for instance, even games in this day and age, essentially, let's say Switch games,
right?
You can plug the version in. You can plug the cartridge in, and with no access to the internet, you can still play the copy that is on the cartridge.
Right. Okay, but
you'll play the base version of said without any updates, without how it was pressed originally, and that's it. Now, with games on the Xbox and the PlayStation, there isn't as much data saved on there because most of it's stored elsewhere.
Right.
So it might not be possible to go back and play them because you're still having to check in and play them.
Right, which makes sense. I do like what Mike says, which is we quote own the game, we don't own the IP. Exactly.
I'm not talking about owning the IP. I'm talking about the ownership of the physical copy itself. The ability
Right.
to play said game. That's it.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, where he says we own a playable copy of a game.
Yeah.
That is it. Yeah. Oh, you seen that?
I do. I see that. I also see Zinjo's redeemed hydrate.
No, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Well, I think we're wrapping this up anyway because this probably went a bit longer than I thought it was going to. I thought we might actually be able to cover a bit more news, but nope.
Well, I think it was a very interesting topic. One that.
No,
Mm-hmm.
go on. Yeah, I actually thought we would disagree on this one. It's quite interesting.
I mean, I agree on some parts. I disagree on others. It's pretty typical of our kind of dynamic.
You suck. You cancelled. I hate you.
Uh-huh.
No, look. This
Mhm.
is why we were talking about this in the stream earlier on.
Yes.
We can have discourse. We can enjoy things.
Exactly.
We can chat about this kind of thing and still walk away and realize that we have differing sides of opinion. But still be friends.
Exactly. Every time. Every time. Exactly. Max says, I guess a lot of it all depends on what gets announced this week. I think so, 100%. And Mike says, what about Nintendo Switch selling 139.36 million units sold?
Impressive. Actually leaves it about 16 odd million behind the PlayStation 2.
That's insane.
It could be. Come on, guys, let's get it over the line to the best-selling console of all time.
Oh, Sincho. It's good to know that that's you, Jenny, and not Jesse. Mike says Super Mario Brothers Wonder selling over 10 million copies and being one of the fastest selling 2D Mario games. Ooh.
Impressive.
Yeah. So I think we're going to wrap the podcast portion up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll hang around a little bit for our wonderful, beautiful chat and all of our new redeems and things. Nightbot, who is terrible. But if you want to know what the heck I'm talking about, visit us over at twitch.tv/rapperreviews. And you can come see for yourself all the weirdness. And yes, Mike Tindo says, wrap it up, Kiley. Yes. But Pete, do you want to tell everyone about, your other podcast?
I can indeed. I do the Never Watches podcast, which is a movie-based podcast. Usually release an episode every couple of weeks. This time we covered Goodfellas. Which is a film.
I love that movie. I'm not gonna lie, but I love gangster movies, mobster movies.
I'm actually not the biggest fan of them usually, but Goodfellas is a particular highlight. But it also falls into the very weird. It falls into the very weird middle ground movie of biopic and gangster movie that I'm not the biggest fan of either of those genres.
Oh goodness! Oh, two of my favorite genres.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, go and listen to it to see what I think about it. I think I might have spoiled it that I might have liked that movie.
Well, I think that's just fine. Mike, I like what Mike said.
Anyway, go and listen to it to see what Kurt thought about it on a first watch.
Because
he's never seen it before.
Oh goodness. I like what Mike said, which is there's a couple of Goodfellas here in the chat. I would say so, Mike. There's more than a couple. You're quite good fellas in my books.
What do you think? I'm funny? How am I funny?
I love that. That was so funny the first time I saw that. But yeah, that's an interesting.
What's so funny about it?
Yeah, am I funny to you?
Anyway, I'll wrap it up by saying just a reminder: Rapid 24 at checkout for 15% off a timeless ticket.
Yep.
14th of August in Manchester, in Arcade Club in Bury.
Yeah. But I mean, like, Pete and I are going to be there. Pete and I have VIP tickets. We've already got our hotel rooms. Which we'll see how that goes.
Whether or not you use yours is up to you. I will be because I'm tired and sleepy.
But yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, Max made a good point. And now with 150 more people, because there's like a whole new section now, so they've been able to release more tickets, and there's like a whole second stage and all that kind of stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. Mike says, I'm certainly interested in going to Timeless. Yes, you should go to Timeless.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it. Rapid 24.
Sorry.
15% off.
Sorry, Jenny, you got deleted again. I'm totally fixing that, I promise. But Jenny will be there. Me and Jenny we're gonna have a lot of fun. I think Jenny is gonna come visit my channel. What?
This poll's cracked. Apparently I can't vote in it.
Oh no!
That's correct.
Poor Pete. Pete would be voting right. And then Brent said
wrong.
Oh, what was it? The other one? What's the other one? Moderate
wrong.
Where you are?
Correct.
Yes. Brent said, should I go to Timeless? Yes, go to Timeless, Brent. I might.
Yes, everyone.
Yes, everyone go to Timeless. I might be there dressed as Lady Dimitrescu. I might. I'm debating. Because I'll have lost a butt ton of weight by then. And we'll see. It might be fun.
Did you sort out... We should talk about this afterwards, but... Was
it? No, but I will.
I
forgot, Pete.
So she can spend all this time on doing all the fucking bots, but yet cannot, after 4 times this week, reply to a goddamn email to make sure that she goes to WASD.
Do you see what he has to put up with?
What? You're now banned from dealing with Nightbot until you deal with WASD.
I have to fix Nightbot because it keeps timing people out.
No, you don't. You have to fix WASD.
But Mag says, what Pete and Kiley said, everyone should go. 100%. Mike says, I probably won't be coming out for EGX, though if it is even happening. Cintra says, now you have to. I wouldn't worry. Max says, I wouldn't worry.
No, let's not. I want to discuss that in the after show.
Okay, we'll do that after show. And then Mike says, I might take a chance on Timeless. You should, Mike. We're going to be there. It would be so much fun. We're going to have it's just going to be amazing. Brent says, I don't know if an 8-hour plane ride both ways is worth it, unfortunately. I know that's tough.
It is.
I know that it is. But
I took a 14-hour plane ride to go to Evo to go on 2. That was definitely worth it.
He did.
12 hours in Europe's largest arcade, seeing us in person, seeing Mags in person, and that great community, and going to play all those amazing games. Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Definitely.
Also get to see the UK as well. It's a beautiful place.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Nana says, both the London cons are near enough to me that I have to go at one day. Yeah, Pete, we can discuss that later.
Yes,
Jenny
we
says,
do. It would require you to reply to an email to do with WASD, but
I
hey.
know! I will, I swear.
I'll keep shaming you on stream until you do it.
Yes, Jenny said, I said that I'm coming, I've booked, and that I'm now coming without my son. Oh no, because he thought I might want to nightlife without him. That's adorable, but also, aww. Cintra says, I'd like to go out with Nightbot. Yes. Evo is the only thing I don't travel that much for. Mike says, shroom. And then Mags agrees with me. Aww. Jenny says, I'll take him to another one locally. I will say, Jenny, I mean, come on. Me, you, Mags, Pete, and Jesse. We're gonna be flat out.
I think after an hour, I'm gonna be flat out
I
on
think
the floor.
I think Pete's gonna be like, I'm so over this, and just abandon me.
Maybe.
And then Nana says, didn't they say Evo was going to be at a new location this year? Possibly.
And not. The Mandalay is a great place to host it.
I know that me and one Mr. Middle-Aged Gamer Guy UK are going to TwitchCon. That's what I know.
Well, that's nothing to do with Evo and the Mandalay Bay, though, is it?
Yeah, but I think that TwitchCon's better than Evo. Fight me.
Well, I can't. Get my ass kicked.
Oh, Jesse makes a good point. Everyone go to Timeless. You get to meet me, as in Jesse. That will be true.
Anyway, are we wrapping the actual audio?
We are going to wrap this part up, although Cincho got deleted again. I'll fight you, Kylie. I don't know, maybe.
I don't rate your chances.
Yeah, but as long as we have, what is it where it, like, it saves it and you don't have to, like, miss a beat? What is that called, Pete, in fighting games? The whole thing where it's, like, it's always on. You know what I'm talking about. Cincho knows what I mean.
Might do, but you're probably not explaining anything very
No,
well.
I'm not. I'm very drunk. I haven't even finished an entire bottle of wine. Jesse says, oh, sorry. I thought you had finished the podcast bit. No, not yet. About to, though. Nana says, don't remind me of TwitchCon. It's in Amsterdam. That's not far from me. Well, it's in Rotterdam, actually. It's where Mags and I will be going. Big Jesse says, I'll behave for a bit. It's literally only 2 minutes. Nana says, like, it's only an hour flight. Yeah, exactly. Mags and I have done the math. It's 55 minutes flight. Like, I have to get over there, which is an additional, like, another 55-minute flight, and then from there. And then,
You can just fly direct yourself.
No, Belfast does not fly direct to Rotterdam, believe it or not.
That's weird.
It's very weird. Cincho says, I'm always on. Me too, Cincho. Anyway, we're going to wrap this portion up with my broken headphones. But we thank you so much for joining us. It's been an interesting episode. It's about the inner workings of Xbox and what may happen in the future. We'll see. Very interested to see how that works out.
Yeah, we'll probably come back to this next week.
Oh,
we'll
I'm
know
sure.
More information.
Yeah, I'm very sure about that. If you've joined us over on twitch.tv/rapid reviews, stick around for our little bit of, we like to do a before and after, kind of catch up with chat. But this right here is our podcast portion. So we're going to close that out. And I'm going to say we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye!
Your Xbox, this might be goodbye.
Other Xboxes are available. That wraps up our podcast portion, and I get to play with chat again, my favorite. Brent says, turns out it's an 11-hour flight costing close to $1,000. That's quite a bit, Brent. I don't deny that that's quite a bit. Yes, Jenny, we can be naughty. It's time to be naughty. My favorite time. Cincho says catch up with chat, but ketchup is spelled like ketchup. Mike Tindo, is it an Xbox or an Xbox? Cincho says naughty. What?
Oh,
What?
it's terrible.
What? Which part was terrible? They're all terrible. Everyone's
What,
terrible.
Mags? What, an Xbox or X? Like EX?
Oh, yes. That was Mike that said that.
Oh, Mike, sorry, that's Paul. Sorry, I shamed you.
Oh,
I feel bad, but not really.
Jenny says, Kylie keeps saying naughty. I like it when it's naughty. Guess what, guys? I lasted an entire
Kylie's
stream.
drunk.
I am quite drunk, but I lasted an entire stream. I didn't drink. Like, this is, like, look! I made it last an entire stream, which is insane. But, tasty. Mike says, you shamed the wrong person. Cincha said, that's what he said. Jenny says, lol, congratulations. I know, right? And then Mike says, double shame on you, Pete. Do you love my...
That's the problem. I have no shame.
I know. We don't have shame on this podcast. Do you love my broken headset? Look at that. But see, here's what's funny about that. Hashtag... No, not hashtag. Exclamation hug in chat. Hug Kylie's headset. I want to buy a new headset. Like, I wanted to buy that before this happened. And now I have an excuse and I have a reason to. So, look at that. It all works out.
Okay. Now I do have to ask, did you do it on purpose? Just
no, I actually didn't. I plugged it into my CPU and it just like slid down and hit the floor and smashed. So, aw, Jenny hugs everyone with all the love in the world. Yay! Mike says, hugs Kylie's headset with all the love in the world. Oh, I see you, Pete. Press X to doubt. Yes. As Mike says, as if mug. Wow. You can tell I've been drinking. As if Mag would stoop so low to such a terrible pun. Yes. I hope you guys have enjoyed my new little, like, channel redeems and commands and stuff. And I hope our wonderful mods have enjoyed all of their new responsibility. Tee. Because I know I have. And then, Jenny says, not quite as good as Mugs. Mike's hug command. Mugs. I'm just going to keep saying Mugs, I guess. It has been fun. I'm glad, Cincho. Cincho. Oh my gosh, Nana. I called her Cincho. So anyway, I haven't drank an entire bottle of wine.
Yet.
I've still got half a glass left. I've enjoyed this very much. Let's see. What's the date for Timeless at Middle-Aged Gamer Guy? I'll let Mags answer
14th.
that. Well, I was going to let Mags answer it because he's gone quiet. And then Jenny answered it 14th of August.
Oh, so you got annoyed at me, but you won't get annoyed at Jenny, thanks.
No, I never get annoyed at Jenny.
I can't get annoyed at Jenny either.
Yeah.
But you know.
And then Mag says Jenny beat Pete and me. Lol. Yeah, I'm gonna have Jenny on my channel.
I'll take a beating anytime.
I think Jenny and my like little interview thing will be called Grins and Giggles.
Already planning stuff without me.
You have a podcast, Pete. You have a movie podcast. It's really good, by the way.
It wasn't my idea. I just stepped in and did things.
That's what she says.
Well, I'll just go and create my own podcast. Blackjack.
Mike says you have like 6 people in chat. How can you mix up all our names? Because wine. Mike. Because wine.
Because Kiley is... Kiley.
Cincho says, I seem to occupy your mind, Kiley. And then Mike says, calling me Mag, Nana, Cincho, and Jessie is Jenny. Jenny says, why
Sounds
not?
about right.
Look, it's a Mag world. We all live in it. But anyway, that's a reference to Jenny's stream, which was several hours ago. You guys should go follow Jenny. Nana, if you can remember how to shout her out, that would be good. Cincho says, miss wine a lot. Yes, exactly. Mike says, oh, wait, I can see the confusion now. exactly. And then Jenny says, "Don't shout at me." No, we will always shout you out. Yes.
And
Now,
she said shout at her.
yes, we'll shout out at her. Now she
Yes.
wasn't playing a game, so my little Nightbot code didn't quite work, but it does still shout out this Jenny Sparkles. Go follow her for all your music needs. Because I agree with that. And thank you, Nana, our wonderful mod. And then Jenny says, "Lol, thank you." I'll figure this Nightbot stuff out. It was my first attempt. You gotta be proud of me. Just says hug shout outs.
No, you shouldn't be proud of this. You're behind my back to do it.
It wasn't behind your back. It was as a surprise. It's to make you happy.
Shocking behaviour. Not even discussing changes to the show without your co-host.
Ha 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 ha. Brent says, "Was hoping I could take a transatlantic cruise around that time. Unfortunately, I would have to arrive on the 4th, so not going to be cheaper than flying." Oh, that's disappointing. Don't worry though, Brent. We'll have more opportunity. I haven't been drinking at all. So just as a hug on for dear life with all the love in the world.
Look, Kylie, if you would happen, I'm just gonna say, if you would happen to make your way overseas in 2025 sometime,
oh goodness,
then it could happen.
I mean, it could. That's true.
I might be in an undisclosed location overseas
Ooh.
in 2025.
Oh goodness, Pete. And that wouldn't be your honeymoon either, because that's in 2024. Right? Are you going to Evo next year? Is that what that is?
Possibly.
Ooh.
Possibly not.
I think I figured it out. Jenny says, "Pete, Jesse changed my profile pic on Twitch without asking me to. It really looks good, though." Jenny says, "We can't control these wild ones." Well, I am Kiley Wilde. Also,
that is true.
Tune into Max's stream on Monday because I have a custom sound thing that I made. And
sorry, Kylie, I forgot to say I'm making a change for next week.
Oh dear.
I just won't tell you what it is.
Oh, okay. It'll be a surprise.
Yeah, you just might not get the Discord call.
Oh my gosh. Sinjo says, "Hugs Pete as Zangrief."
Zangrief.
Yes, and then Jenny says, "We love the wild ones, though." Haha, Pete. I hope so. Brent says, "Time to head out to the Super Bowl party or the Super Bowl."
Enjoy. Who are you hoping to win?
Yeah, Brent. Like I don't.
Is it the 49ers and Chiefs? Isn't it?
I don't know who's playing.
I might know more than you do then.
Yeah,
I think it's the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you there.
Well, don't, because I know bugger all about American football usually, but you know.
Yeah, well, I stopped.
I might have heard it on the grapevine.
Yeah. But
we're left in limbo now, aren't we?
Right. But anyway, I do. Oh gosh. Sancho says Zangrief. I like Zangrief though. Brent says, "I'm not going for the game, but for the commercials and brisket." See, that's what I remember is loving the commercials and the food.
Oh god, the crappy amount of trailers we're gonna get.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Well, oh god, you know what's gonna come, don't you? So let's discuss this quickly, shall we?
Okay.
You know what's coming.
What is that?
It would be the official reveal of Deadpool 3.
Oh, I know! That's gonna drop. I'm very happy about
apparently, but it might show the actual title of it, which a lot of people have been rumouring and saying Deadpool versus Wolverine.
I don't think it'll be versus Wolverine. I mean, I guess it could be. Could be. But we'll see.
I'm still I hate Deadpool. You know I do. I'm still going to see the film.
You have to.
Not because I have commitments for the podcast, but I will just see it anyway.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Well,
it's still not going to save the Marvel universe, though, is it?
no, it's not.
That corpse is trying to be reanimated so many times at this point.
I like what Mike says. Would it be a world premiere, world exclusive premiere?
Oh, look, if Xbox went out of the window, we'd never get to take the piss out of it ever again.
Yes, Sincho. Deadpool needs to kiss Wolvie. That would make me so happy. Now kiss. I think we need to wrap this up, Pete.
I mean, yeah, so much for that short, swift, to the point show.
I know, but we did pretty good.
Did we?
Mike says he recently watched the Marvels on Disney. So, yeah. He says, kind of wished I didn't.
I know.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, well.
Sinjo says, short and swift just ain't for us. Well, I will reserve my thoughts on short and swift. Speaking of which, Mag says, I will watch that this week.
Don't. Save yourself an hour and a half. Don't do it. Just don't.
Mm-hmm.
It is terrible.
It is bad. Like, it is bad. It depends on what your thoughts and feels are of the Marvel Universe. But, yeah. Jenny says, love the Marvels. Okay, see, some people do. Mag says, no, I still have to. So, there you go.
I mean, fair enough. Look, you have to watch things to make your own opinion and form your own opinion on them.
Exactly.
I'm just telling you now that please don't come to me when it turns out to be an utter abomination. I did warn you.
Mike says, short.
I mean, holy Christ, the frickin' the musical fucking scene in that.
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell.
Mike says short and swift are Kiley and Mag's nicknames for one another. You're not too far off. Sincho says the legend of Link the Twink, short and swift. Jenny says, when I want to come to you. Oh, I love you, chat. You're the best. That's what Mike says. That's what spoiled the film for me. The musical Planet, which makes sense. Oh my gosh, look at this thing, guys. Bloop. Yes. But unless you have anything more to add, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We can talk about short and swift more if you want. Or you can look at my chair. It's really cool. Look at that. It's like Tetris in a way. But we do hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. As we talked about Xbox. Yes, as Jenny says, rapid. Sinjo says, wrap it up. Jenny says, it is
now become
cool.
A thing for us now.
Yes, it is.
Has it?
And then Mike says, yes, wrap it up. I need to go, Buddy Bice. Betty Bice. Oh, you need to go to Betty Bice. Or as I call it, Sleepies. I like to go Sleepies. I didn't go Sleepies last night. And Sincho says that's not what she said, by the way. That's for sure. Yeah, I didn't go Sleepies last night, and I should have.
Well, let's just say... Friday night, I don't know why, but I went to bed at midnight.
Right, okay.
It's later than usual for me at the moment.
Right, that is later for you.
I got up at 5:30.
Oh. Any particular reason why?
I'm not going to disclose the reason why I got up at 5:30.
Okay. Well, Mike says it's almost 11 p.m. for me in Sincho, which means, yes, we need to wrap it up. I was up until almost 4 a.m. yesterday, but I had a good reason. But I am quite sleepy.
Think I know why.
You don't know. You don't know.
I think I know why.
You'll never guess. But I think I'm going to order a takeaway. Sincho says, hot tub time. Okay, Mike says that's my fault. Sorry. Well.
No shit.
I wouldn't say it was your fault. I chose to do it. Uh,
What they all say.
then Meg says she kept me company on my 4-hour drive back home. I know. 4 hours, Pete. That's not a joke. That's
No
very
shit.
weird. I was worried. But yeah, I did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed keeping Max company. But I always do. Anyway, I'm drinking an entire bottle of wine, and you guys.
The episode title this week.
What? I enjoy keeping Max company?
No,
yes, let's call it that.
No. I've actually called it the Xbox discussion.
11 is the Link the Twink's favorite number in German. Much love, everyone. See you next week. Yes, we will definitely.
Do you know what I have to say to that?
What?
Do you know why my favorite number in German is?
What?
9.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. 999. Oh, that's right, Mike. It is Elf. That's 11. Which is Link the Twink. Yes. We're going to say goodbye. Mostly because, I'm not going to lie, I have to pee. And I'm really hungry. I should order food. I shouldn't order food. But I should. But
I mean, that's a good title now, but I've already done it now. Sorry.
Nana said I would have called it Xbox. Xbox C, the Red Ring of Death. Jenny says, bye, Sancho. Night all. Guten Nacht. I forgot how to say that.
Good night.
Yeah. But we are going to say good night. And then Jenny says, oh, Kiley. Yes, Jenny. Say, oh, Kiley more. I'd love to hear that. Cincho says, bye, this Jenny Sparkles. Go check out her stream, Cincho. It's really cool. But we're going to wrap this up. Yes. 100%. Jenny says
what I worry about when I go to Timeless later on in the year.
Oh, Timeless is going to be out of this world, Pete. Because...
I think you're going to have to pry me out of the hotel room because I'm going to be sitting there rocking in the corner for the rest of the week.
I've already gotten drunk with Dave. So I already know how that is. I've definitely gotten drunk with Mags. I already know how that is. Me and Jenny are going to be off the hook, off the chain. It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be exhausting.
Mike says, it's not goodbye, it's adieu. That's right. Adieu, adieu. Jenny says, we're going to behave, Pete.
Let me just say that I believe that the nickname for Kiley is Misbehave.
It is, that's right. Misbehaving. Yes. Oh gosh. Jenny says I'm going to help Mag and Jesse, etc. That'll be interesting. I'll be drunk before we even get there. Mike says Kylie needs to get drunk with everyone. It's the law. Yes. Drunk as Lady Dimitrescu. Imagine that. Jenny says, I'm right. I promise. Mike says, what now?
IRL, yeah.
To Jenny helping. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so much fun. But before we get to Timeless, we are going to go to WASD. WASD. Come check us out.
You better sort it out then.
I'm sorting it out. I'm going regardless, but I am sorting it out. I'll sort it out tomorrow.
Just go and sort your crap out and you can get a better
I know.
For God's sakes. I put all the legwork in for you to...
You did.
She's going to think that you're bloody ignoring the email, but I know full well that you're just useless anyway.
Yeah, mostly I'm useless. Jenny says, I'm offering my services back. I'm assuming there'll be stuff. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of stuff to do. I won't know because I'll be drunk before I even get there. We hope you've enjoyed this. And then Jenny says, but I'm also playing on the thingies. I won't even remember the thingies, but I'm going to be playing on them. I know that there's all kinds of Mike says, be warned, Kylie, if you go dressed as Lady Dimitrescu, you will get people asking you to step on me, Mommy. I know. It comes with the territory. I get asked that anyway. Centro, I'm offering my services as well. Thank you, Centro. Please join us.
Oh, that's annoying.
What? What's that?
So I'm trying to do something on the poll that would have been stupidly funny, but it just wasn't working because you get a character limit.
Oh, yes.
So I put it as, will Xbox become a third-party publisher?
Interesting.
And I put the options. It's yes, no, maybe, I don't know, and then the last one was going to be, can you repeat the question?
Oh, goodness. Well, there you go.
If you get the reference, you get the reference.
Yes.
Do you get the reference?
For repeat the question, no. Did Phil say that at some point in my life?
Good. You don't get the reference then.
I have to pee, Pete.
Okay.
It's all I can think about.
Chat, does anyone get the reference? Please, chat, tell me you get the reference.
Yes.
Because that's all I do is I make references.
That's true. It's not a lie.
Oh God! Yeah, that's no. End the stream now. Mike, you took it too far.
Oh, in the stream. I will end the stream in the toilet. Nana says I don't start. Sadly, Mike says, "Can you repeat it, Pete?" Jenny says, "Yes, Pete," and then Joe says, "Pete."
I thought you were leaving, Sencho.
Sencho, if you make me laugh, I have to pee more.
Keep going.
No, I don't want to pee in my very expensive, nice chair that is Mag's purple. Look at that. And yes, Sencho.
Oh, is it like the Hotel California? You can check out anytime you like, but you may never leave.
Never leave. Yes, that's exactly it. Anyway, so Joe says my word is with nothing. Jenny says not the chair. Mike says, "Oh look, it's a beach stream." Oh, so Joe says my word is worth nothing. That's not true. Yes.
Is it possible for me to ban people?
No, only Nightbot can do that, and he's not listening to me. But Sencho, you have managed to make me...
I can block him or report him.
No, do not do that. Sencho has made it where I have to pee. So Sencho, all of your hydrates have won out. This stream. Haha, stream. Mike says, sorry, I'll stop now. Sencho, no peeing in the hot tub though. Hell no, I have to clean that thing every week. Do not pee in my hot tub. Mike says, I'll see myself out. Jenny says, good night, beauties. Good night. Bye. What a good end of stream. Medic came in with the hydrate.
Why have you rehydrated? Why have you hydrated? Honestly, why have you done that?
Medic says, hi, how are you? How's the stream? What's happening today? We're about to end the stream, Medic. But the hydrate's hilarious because we were talking about that. I have to go to the bathroom now because Sencho redeemed so many hydrates. But we were actually talking about Xbox, if it's going to survive or not. Sencho says Pete. But we're going to wrap this episode up because I do have to go to the bathroom so bad. Which is Sencho's fault for all of his hydrate redeems. Like says, remember folks, never forget to stay hydrated. Oh no! Ginny! No! Waterfalls and running taps, says Ginny. Manic says, shame I missed it. I was too busy watching some funny stuff on YouTube before I went to bed. I get that. I watched funny stuff all the time. Oh no. Oh no, everybody's being awful. Ginny says, Rivers. Sidra says, don't ban me, Pete.
Never forget the babbling Brooks.
Oh gosh, Mike says tinkle tinkle. I really have to go to the bathroom so bad. Citrus, but I am but your humble servant.
I've got to really fix that leaking tap.
Oh gosh. Mike says don't ban me either. I have nothing to watch on a Sunday. Jenny says, hey Manic, good. Mag says, don't go chasing waterfalls. Merrick says, I'm guessing with Kiley, all the hydrates, she must be a water balloon. I am absolutely a water balloon right now. My bladder is way full because I forgot to put cool downs on the hydrates. Now I know. Cintra says, so Niagara Falls, guys. Excess drip. Oh, gosh.
I don't know whether you're talking about leaking taps or talking about fashion.
Yes, there you go. Drip. Jenny says, please stick to
oh, God.
you're used to.
Oh, my God. What have you started now?
I forgot to put a limit her on the dadgum hydrates. Okay.
You deserve this after doing this against my will. You've deserved this. You had this coming. I hope you suffer.
I'm suffering right now. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for redeeming all those hydrates. You have won. I have to... Oh my gosh, I have to pee so bad. Oh, thanks, Pete! Pete has also joined in. Okay, I'm going to end this stream. You guys are amazing. You crack me up. Manic says if Kylie laughs any harder, she's going to burst. I am so full right now of all these redeems. Jesus, pee yourself. You guys are terrible. I do actually have a second bottle of wine. So... Oh my gosh. Rap review. Someone get a bucket. Oh, Dave's not here. Oh, Mag, yes. Mike sincerely meant it when I said I would stop, but this is too good not to join in. Manic says Kylie losing her mind. Sitting there like, what's happened? It's just this glass of wine. Mag says, oh look, a glass of wine. Jenny says, yes, where's Dave when you need a bucket? I need a bucket right now. I have to pee so bad. Sindra says it's sacred. Don't end. This is karma. Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
Glass of wine redeem is out of stock. Yes, you can only redeem it once. Kylie drank it all, Jenny. Okay, I'm leaving now. I'm gonna go.
No, wrong. No, you have to redeem your glass of wine.
Manic says Pete
Come
took
on.
over quickly before Kylie lets the stream goes longer than it should, or kidneys might explode. Yes.
Come on, redeem your glass of wine.
I
You
can't.
put this
You know what?
you put it as an option. You have to.
You would have to wait for me to go get the whatever that thing's called, corkscrew. Yeah, because it's one of those kind.
No, I think that's an excuse. That's lies. Come on, chat. Shame her. Shame her.
No, you'd have to wait. I would go, and I'll do it, but you'll have to wait.
Shame her.
Okay, you know what? I'll do it. How about that? Pete, do you want to stick around and talk to chat while I go off and do this? Huh?
Okay, go ahead.
Are you really?
Yeah, I want to see you redeem it.
Oh my gosh.
You put this option in place. Come on. Suffer the consequences, woman. Right, what are we talking about now? This is where you find out I'm not actually a streamer. So, oh dear, what the hell is going on? Yeah, I had a sex change. It's great. Drink evening, Pete. Yep. Apparently, it's we're never ending. Hi, Jenny. Key doesn't drink wine. She simply has a wine transfusion. Yeah, that's pretty true. I'm very well, thank you, Jenny. How are you? I'll never make fun of your name again, Pete. Thank you, Central. I appreciate it. Thanks. This could take a while. Manic said so. Soul Mel Kylie, how are you? How was your stream? How was your? Okay. Okay. Stream. Yeah, P stream. It's definitely a P stream. Good luck. You're sorry for what, Jenny? I'm not going to bed until I see her redeeming that glass of wine. I don't care. I'm in for the long haul. If she wants to place these emotes and Nightbot without my will, I'm going to make her suffer the consequences. Manic said, wait, is this a peach dream? I thought you were Kylie. No, I am not Kylie. Clearly not. where can we listen to the podcast? It's on all good audio platforms. So Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts. It's also on YouTube, and you can also go back and watch the VOD on Twitch, only for a certain amount of time before it disappears. No, I haven't changed the names over. She's just disappeared for a minute. I'm not watching the stream, so I can't see that as well. Names will flip back in a minute. Yeah, that's true. Audible. Are we on Audible? I don't know if we are. I'll have to look into that. If Audible is a thing. I didn't know that Audible is a thing. I know you're on. I know Amazon Music is one as well, weirdly enough. I don't know if that also means it's applicable on Audible too. Give me the quick TLDR on Xbox Surviving. Basically, the long and the short of it was there was a lot of rumours going around that they possibly are going multi-platform because several Xbox first-party games are going to the Switch and possibly the PS5. One of them being Starfield and Hi-Fi Rush. Phil Spencer also came out and basically stated that they're doing a business meeting at some point over the next week to discuss the state of Xbox. Oh, cool! We are on Audible. Brilliant, excellent. Apparently, I found out within the last few minutes I am a streamer because I can interact with the audience quite well. Weirdly enough, I was answering questions. Yeah, names will flip back. Yeah, we are on Audible apparently.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. TLDR is it'll kill the console. Yes, that's right. So, yeah, more hydrates are coming in. Good luck.
Okay.
Old glass. And you took longer because you peed, didn't you?
I peed for like 10 minutes, guys. Manic, our Nightbot is being weird, so I do apologize. I don't know why it's...
Oh, yeah, you can't repeat.
But I'll be fixing that. I'll be fixing that. All right, guys, this is it. This is the last one of the night. Salute. Yep, here we go.
Yeah, Kylie had to make room, as Jack said.
All right, this is Mag's redeem of me chugging a glass of wine.
I didn't say chug. It just says glass of wine.
That's what the redeem is me chugging a glass of wine.
Oh, God. That is the worst chugging of a drink I've ever seen. There we go. That's better.
Oh, Max says it doesn't say that. I'll have to go fix it. Because that's what it is. Nope, I've just chugged it. Enjoy.
She would. Mags, like with anything else, she clearly wanted it over and done with.
Oh. What? I'm too drunk to talk about that, Pete. Manic says it's like someone's pulling Kylie's hair back while she fills a chug down wine. Yes, exactly. Jack Tindo says your liver says why. Cincho says it's not stated. You just want to chug it. No, it is stated. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Sophie said it doesn't say it in the description. Max just didn't read. Oh, it does say it.
Yes. Okay. Good. Because I was like, I know I wrote that. And hello, Sophie. That glass is to be pretty to chug from. You know what's funny about this glass? I mean, it is cut crystal, as Pete mentioned earlier. This is the same glass that Frank and What's-His-Face use in The Last of Us Episode 3 on the television show, which is probably the best written piece of television I've seen in years and stuff. So yeah, that's a thing.
Shame the whole series wasn't as good.
I mean, yeah. Let's see. Mike says, what liver? That's true. Mike says, Kylie doesn't have a liver. It's a wine filtering system. At this point, yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mike says it's at the top after you click the box. I made a little custom icon for it too. Sophie says, hey, I've been here. Oh, sorry, Sophie. I might have been drinking a little.
Yeah, sorry, Sophie. I honestly didn't notice either. I've been too busy talking about the topic at hand, though.
Yeah, I forgot what the topic is. So Joe says, you chose to write that, though. Jack says, Kylie needs no further enabling. The mirror does enough for her. So Joe says, what does that tell us? And then Jenny says, hey, Manic, I will still be in the stream. Just got to get ready for bed since I've got an important course starting tomorrow. Oh, very good, Manic. Sophie, I haven't said anything in chat until now. Don't worry. Okay, good.
Oh, thanks. I thought we might have missed something. So I feel bad if we did, Sophie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I chugged that. So unless anyone's going to redeem it again, I am corking this one. Wow.
Oh,
what a night.
boo, it doesn't allow me to.
No, you can't redeem it.
It honestly does say Kylie chugs a class on command.
Yeah, exactly. As Cinja says, everyone check.
There you go, you got another hydrate.
Hydrate is different than chugging. I don't mind
What is
hydrating.
What's the hydrate?
Hydrate's really for me or you, just whatever we're drinking.
Water.
Yeah, whatever we're drinking at the time, which happens to be
Well, there was like, fine,
Are you chugging? I mean, are you drinking? Oh, there we go. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. There's only 4 redeems per stream, so... I was pretty smart about that. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably good that they are telling me to hydrate, because I've got a bottle of water there and I barely drunk any of it.
Yeah. Cinja said, so we can make you drink that bottle with hydrate, Kylie. Yes, but it's probably not a good idea.
It is an idea.
No.
Jenny, your eyes are not deceiving you. She did.
Mannix says, I hope this doesn't become against Book of World Record attempt. I mean, what is with you guys? I guess I've learned I've got to put a limiter on that hydrate.
Well done, chat. Well done. I now like this.
Oh, yeah, now Pete is enjoying this.
Yeah, watching you suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did this to yourself. You remember that.
You did this to yourself.
The internet cannot be trusted. This is what I was trying to get across. You cannot trust the internet.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I'm going to eat this final.
Manic says, how many hydrates can go up at once? World record, any percent. Mike says, best use of bits ever. Jack says, next week, Kylie gets an intervention. Jenny says, oh, I thought Pete had to do this too. He is on hydrate. Pete is supposed to be drinking too. That's what hydrate means. It's for both of us, whatever we have near us.
I did. I had a chocolate hydration.
Mm-hmm. Jack says it backfires. All right, I'm gonna
be honest. I didn't agree to the T's and C's. I'm still living on the old contract.
Mike says, should Kylie take the limiter off of a chug or glass of wine? No. There's only 4. Can you imagine? It would just be happy hour. We have to get Mags back on.
I mean, it is anyway.
It's not without Mags. I mean, I could sexually harass you, Pete, but I don't think you'd enjoy it as much.
I don't think Rachel would either.
Yeah, I don't think Rachel would enjoy it much either. Let's see. Jenny's left. Jack says yes. Jenny says no. Sophie says, oh, you can deny the redeems, which would put them back, I think. I need to explore that. I really do.
No.
Max says,
No.
Jesus. Max says if Kylie tries to own Pete's wife would probably throw it to the... Yes.
I mean, she's not my wife yet, but, she's...
Close enough.
Throw you into the ocean.
Exactly. Yep. Jack says, Pete creates a second one. More channel points required. Exactly.
Yeah, how do you... Just, on a completely unrelated topic, how do you buy channel points? Or bit?
Well, we have unlimited because it's our channel, so...
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Cincho says, I think we would end up in jail collectively killing a streamer by alcohol poisoning. Jenny says, good point. Oh, great! More hydrates coming. Pete! Jack says, although to be fair, Kylie should give us channel points if we do redeem it. Cincho says, there should be a denied drink redeem. Oh my gosh.
I just needed water there. That's all I was doing it for. Remember to drink water.
Look.
It's good for you.
Here's my water. It's empty. Meg says, news in local American streamer living in Ireland was fatally murdered by wine addiction. Witnesses say they saw her drinking into the canal, never to be seen again. Maybe I have to stop drinking. Nana says this stream is never ending, much like when I went to the bathroom earlier. And Jenny says,
nobody needs to know that.
Why do you think it took me so long to get back? But anyway,
anyone could have guessed.
I will try to finish this and then we'll close out. Mike says, did Kylie try to drink the canal? Look, I live in Ireland. All of the canals are made of, Guinness and various wines and stuff.
No, it's definitely not. It's made up of the piss of everyone that's been drunk.
No, although that would be quite alcoholic.
Exactly.
No, for real. So I'm getting Mags back here in April, and we are gonna do.
Oh, is that why you're trying to get me over in April?
Yes, for a hot tub stream.
We're
going to do a cocktail tour. It's 3 hours.
I don't want to know what you and him get up to in your bedroom.
That's not cocktails. But it's like 9 cocktails each. So yeah, we drink a lot over here in Ireland on this wonderful, lovely island. Did Kylie try to drink the canal? Yes. I want to come to Belfast. Yes, Jenny, you should. It would be so fun. And then it just says most dedicated chat. Yes, you guys are amazing, and I love all of you so much. Manic says, I've been to Belfast once. I have never seen the canals looking like beer. That would be a health and safety hazard. I mean, the Lagan. It's called the Lagan. The Lagan probably is like 90% Guinness. Mike says Willy Wonka. Willy O. Wonka's Guinness Factory. Yes. Mag says, wait, what? Cocktail tour is fine. No hot tub stream. I mean...
Good. No human soup.
Yes, Pete has human soup.
Oh my god.
I'm not there yet. Mike says, and it's Guinness Canal. Jenny says, Mag, hot tub stream, of course. One of the places I'm looking at does have a hot tub. That's all I'm saying. Jack says, Jack Sparrow, why's the wine gone? Us, because Kylie drank it, Jack Sparrow. And the rum? Us. Yes. It's true. It just says Willy Wanker's choke. Medic says, also, Jack Sparrow, welcome aboard the ship, Kylie. It's true. Jenny, it's 10% Kylie's fee at this point. Yes. Medic. Alright, I'm going to finish this glass out. You guys don't know, it took me as long to open this thing as it did to go pee. So here's your redeem. I'm redeeming this glass. It is the final glass. It's the final countdown. Look at my, look, can we just, look how broken it is. But you guys don't know, I'm actually looking at a new set that might have, it might have, like, ears on it. Maybe kitty ears. Maybe bear ears. Maybe rabbit ears. I don't know. Maybe I'm a basic bitch, Pete. You don't know. Let's see. Kylie finishes her drink. 10 wine drinks later. Yes. Cincho, Kylie be like, I'm going to create a new... At this point, yes, Cincho. Like... Kiley. Jenny says, drunk Kylie with the floppy headphone. Right? It's so limp. Nothing in my life has ever been limp. I don't know what to do. This is a new experience for me. Jenny says, too good. Maddox says, Pete, you're not her father. Let her make her mistakes. Sophie says, poor Pete.
The simping is only going to get worse with those ears.
Mike says headset is broke, but hey, got a new shiny new gamer chair with glow lights. That's right. Oh wait, did I turn the lights off, or did they die? They might have died because you have to charge it. Yeah.
You have to charge your chair.
Yes, I have to charge my chair, Pete.
Oh,
my mag purple is gone. Oh. I'll charge it overnight.
Why don't you just plug it in?
Well, that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to plug it in. Or you can put one of those...
Can you not just leave it on?
I mean, not for a long time. It'll go out of charge. But it has, like, if you put a power bank on it, it'll charge it. But...
Does it have its own batteries?
No, it doesn't have its own batteries. Are you crazy? I only paid 500 quid for it.
No. You're missing the point here. It has a battery on it. You would have saved money by just having it plugged in by the main.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
That's what I meant.
Okay, maybe I'll do that next week. But Mike says headset is broke, but hey, got a shiny new gamer chair with glow lights. Whoop whoop. Yes.
Honestly, you've never been the sober person at a pub trying to talk to drunk people, have you?
No.
This is like trying that situation right
now. Cincho says, I never go limp. Good, Cincho. Nana says, I thought Pete was frozen. He was stuck in that pose so long. I did too, Nana. Jack says that's what she said. Yes. Manic Pete, this is why Kiley is a furry.
I'm starting to wonder.
I mean, when I was in roller derby, I was gonna be Fox McCloud for reasons. And I was gonna have a helmet that had fox ears. That's all I'm saying. Mike says, wait.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Somebody says nothing new said at all.
She's fucking timeless like a furry, isn't she? Oh my god.
Well, I'm probably gonna turn up the timeless as Lady Dimitrescu, but maybe Lady Dimitrescu with fox ears. It just says Limp Biscuit. Jenny says, okay, Betty buys. This is such a good stream. So sad it's ending. 10:30 is a great time. I know we really need to end this. To end though, and everyone can go to bed. Actually, agree. Mike says, Kylie can't just leave it on Pete. She'll go cross-eyed. That's true. Manic, I think Pete issues losing his mind every day. Being in the stream of Kylie, not realizing that Kylie is secretly a furry.
I've done this for 188 episodes and I haven't lost my mind just yet. Or have
shocking.
I?
Shocking.
Or is the definition of insanity doing the same thing over and over again?
And expecting a different result. Manic says Lady Dimitrescu is a vampire. Yes, she is. With
I love the fact he's put clearly the autocorrect keeps kicking in.
Yeah, it does.
Lady Democratic.
Yeah. Jack, Pete comes on to discuss gaming news. Kylie comes for the wine. We come for the entertainment. It's true. I can't finish that statement. I only come for one reason. And then Cincho says, sweet dreams. Peeps! Jack says, white wine radio. Yes. Manic, well, you were doing it for 108 times, so it's the definition of insanity. And then, yes, Manic says, Lady Dimitrescu. Yes. I actually stated on this... Nope. My brain says, that's not a good thing to say, Kylie. Let's not say things. I'm going to finish this glass out. Jenny says, like, a little heart dancing thing, which is great. And she's going to lurk because we're taking forever. Mike says she is, and I quote, a big titty, tall vampire lady. Let's be honest, that's what I am. Because I'm like 5'10.75. Which, if you look at pictures of me and Mags, we're actually not that different, size-wise. I mean, I'm a little bit taller, but it just looks like my hair is poofier. At least that's what I think.
I've seen those pictures.
Yeah, have you? Yeah, they're really great. I love it.
Yeah, I've seen those pictures.
Yeah, you have.
He still looks 5'2".
I don't. He is not 5'2". He is 5'5". Thank you very much. And he doesn't. Oh goodness, there's a poll. There was a poll. Should Kylie take the limiter off of chug a glass of wine? No. Okay, I will stick to that.
There was only one option. Oh, there was 2 options. All right. Okay.
Mike says, according to the memes, Jenny says, I need to pee. Cincho has redeemed Hydra. I'm going to finish this, I swear. Meg says, lol. Meg says, lol. Meg says, I'm 4'5". No, you're not. You're 5'5". Sophie says he's about 5'5", 5'6", but he's extremely tiny. I love it. I'm not going to lie. It's crazy. I'm like 5'10.75". But you wouldn't know it. I mean, look at our pictures. It doesn't look that much difference. Max says pocket size. Pocket perfection, as I said.
Only one thing that's good for pockets is sand.
What? Sand is coarse and gets everywhere.
No, it's from King of the Hill. It's the pocket sand.
Oh, right. I see. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I got you now. Manic says, so you're either the size of Mario or the size of Papa Smurf. Look, he's perfect size for me. Big Jesse says,
all for nothing.
Jesse says, I thought Mag was 8.5. Mag says, size of Mario before I eat a mushroom. Sophie says, how far in front of the camera is he stood compared to you? There is one picture where I purposely stood back. Yes. Manic says, well, that means you're the same height as Papa Smurf because that's Papa Smurf are the same height before Mario eats a mushroom. Well, then what's that girl Smurf's name? Smurfette. Then I'm Smurfette. So there you go.
You're not 5. You're not that size. That's not true.
Mike says, if you've ever been to the seaside and there's a photo call standee with a tall woman and a short man with the faces cut out, it is modeled after Kylie and Mag. I really don't think we're that much different. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I didn't think so.
You're not that much different, except he needs a stepladder.
No, oh my gosh, Manic says, imagine Kylie goes into Timeless dressed up as Samus Aran. Believe me, I've thought about it. When she's like devoid of her armor. Oh my goodness. Mike says Max doesn't go down, he goes up. I mean, oh shit! So yes.
What the fuck just happened?
My chair fell.
Wait, you fell off your chair?
No, I didn't. I don't ever do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
What, you're like Buzz Lightyear? You're falling with style?
Exactly. I fall with style. Yes.
For fuck's sakes.
I think we should end the stream, Pete.
I love the fact that you're
what?
You're kneeling on the floor with your.
I'm not. You don't know that.
To style it out that you haven't clearly fallen off your chair.
I haven't. You don't know anything. It's been 3 hours.
You can clearly see your chair.
You can't see my chair at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just a second ago.
No, you didn't.
There's the corner.
Look, it's a new chair. I don't know how it works. It's got this like.
It's a chair. It's got 4 legs and some wheels and a fucking seat.
No, not at all. Yes. So.
I think that chair's now busted.
No, it's not at all. Let's see. Mike says, I just killed Kylie. Yes, you totally did. Manic says, Kylie, you said that half an hour ago. I did say that half an hour ago. We can't share your chair because it's on the... You know what, Sophie? You ain't wrong. Jack, how to get Kylie to stop drinking? Make it a drinking game where every time she talks about Max, she has to... Oh my gosh. Guys, you don't even know. I would be fucking...
Game would, like, honestly, the podcast would be over within 30 minutes. Like, I'll just be talking about myself.
Oh no, they deleted Manic's thing again. She fell over, I really hope nobody clips that, and Pete, I hope that you delete that. Mike says, to be fair, in that moment, our butts all left the chairs when Kylie fell out of hers. I still can't believe I fell in my chair, but we're going to pretend that it didn't happen. Maddie says she fell over. Fuck you, Pete, he says, clip it.
If my apology is still on there, your chair falling has to be.
Oh, yeah, I remember that apology. That was great. So, let's see if I can get this chair back up.
Oh, that'll be why,
there we go.
That'll be why Nana's not around.
Shit!
What the
So, I'm just gonna sit here. Look, the thing is, it's not because I'm drunk, it's because this chair is new and I hate it.
£100 well spent, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what's that word where, like, it has the ergonomic. It's an ergonomic chair, and I don't like it. It has this pillow.
£100 well spent, then.
Yeah. It has a pillow.
How much my chair cost me?
50 quid.
£100 from IKEA.
Yeah. So, for you guys that don't know, it's an ergonomic chair, and I hate it, and it's very difficult to keep up. So, anyway, that's not embarrassing. I swear it's not because I've been drinking so much. It is purely because it's an ergonomic chair, and I hate it. I need to take the pillows off. Which, to be fair, Max did tell me to do that. Manic says, you say that now, someone's already going to clip it. I know. Yeah, that chair's definitely broken. It is. Max says, holy shit. Mike says, holy fucking shit. Mike says, lightning sucked twice. Max says, what floor surface have you got? Because those casters zoomed. I've got, like, it's, like, way flat. It's, like, a thin, kind of carpet type thing. So Joe says, oh, Kylie's headphones. I gotta get rid of these headphones. I think you got the wrong casters on it. I do. I would like to have brakes on those casters. Oh, great, Nana. Clipped it. Great. Well I swear, done, guys, it's well not. Done. It's not from drinking. It is like a terrible chair. Great. Max says, clipped it. And Sophie says, I just love how your headphones are still on your head. Sophie, they're broke too, which is great. Nana says, I'll get the other one later. Mike says it's because Kylie is head over heels for Max. Or rather, heels over head. Manic says 108 episodes, and 1,000 bottles later, Kylie has now lost to gravity. Nana says, yeah, honestly, she's just at this point. And Max says, you need carpet casters. I probably do. I don't know what that is, but I probably do. Or better put, or silver tits. Yes. I will try to write it again. Again, we'll see. Again, this is not because I've been drinking. This is 100% because of the chair itself. It's a very expensive paperweight. Okay, there we go. There we go. See, we're good. We're good. That's going to come back and haunt me a lot, isn't it, Pete? Manic says, if you're getting more drunk, she might end up doing yoga poses on the seat. And then we can't ever stop. How is this still on? Cincho, I wonder the same thing. Especially with my broken ear thing.
You missed gold, though, if you weren't seeing it.
Jack says if it happens one more time, it's definitely because, you know what, I'm going to agree with you. If it happens one more time, it's because I'm drunk, but I swear it's not because I'm drunk.
No, honestly, I think the first time was because of the chair. The second time is because of the drunk.
No, not at all. It's really the stupid thing. Look, do you see it? It's awful. I hate it. I've got 2 of them. And Max did tell me to get rid of them, and I didn't. Cincha says, my wife wants me to redeem team, one for her. Jack says, also, everyone asked if Kiley is okay, but what about the chair? I mean, it is a 500-pound chair. Mike says, that seat debacle reminded me of the scene in Austin Powers.
Mm-hmm.
Jack says, Kiley's chair, are you okay? Mike says, Austin Powers. Yes. Yes. Look, I'm actually going to finish this now. I'll have finally finished the last hydrate. We are over 3 hours. Pete asked me to keep it. What did you tell me to keep it to an hour and a half?
My specific words were short, sharp, and swift.
There you go. So Max, but
like my sex life.
Mike says sick as a dog now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go drink so much water and take so much ibuprofen. Sancho says hugs Kylie share. I swear though, I really want to go on record and say that wasn't because I'm drinking. I know that's hard to believe, but it's actually not. It's just a really bad chair. Jack said, or Manic says, Kiley should take some advice from Austin Powers. Oh, behave. Jack wait. No, Jack said that. Manic said, Pete, short shaft and sweet. Kiley falls over chair twice. Yeah, I know. Mike says, short and swift. Vanna says, to be fair, the show is pretty short this time, even with the technical issues. Yes.
We still nearly managed an hour and a half, though.
I know. I still can't believe I fell out of my chair. I swear it wasn't because I was drinking. Nobody believes me, but it's true. Yeah. I need to get, like, one of those things that go under a chair type of thing. And yes, Manic, thank you.
We need an emote for Press X to down.
I will try and make that this week. And hopefully my new headphones will be in, because look at that. It's just laying there limp. Mike says the first stage is denial. So yeah, that's the thing that happened. Yeah, so I guess we will wrap it up. Phrasing! Yes. Yes, Cincher says the true motto for this show is long and slow. Maybe.
Two words that have not been used about this show
It's
ever.
never been used about this show. Manic says, I'm sure there's some rich stores that will probably have some cheaper headphones for you to pick up. Okay, I actually have headphones that I've ordered. They'll be in soon. I just can't believe this broke. It literally broke 6 minutes before we went live. It was unbelievable. And then Rapid Reviews presents chair reviews. Can Kiley sit on it without falling over? I just want to establish 100% that was not because I was drinking. That is 100% this dadgum chair. It is like, it's straight up and down. Does that make sense, Pete?
That's what she said.
But I mean, like, okay, so like I can push it back like that. I probably should, but I had it straight up and down, and it's ergonomic, and that just threw off my center of gravity, and I went poop. Let's see. Manic says sure, lol. Pete says sure, Dan, sure. Yeah. So I think then Mike says, Kiley, best take some painkillers because your backside's gonna feel in the morning. I think it's more gonna be my knees.
That's what she said.
Probably. Anyway, my Manic says that chair knows how to do a number on Kiley. I still can't believe that happened twice. Like, once was okay, but twice? But hopefully twice shows you that it had nothing to do with my actual drinking and everything to do with this dadgum chair that I just bought and paid 500 quid for. But we're going to wrap that up. Thank you so much for everyone joining us. And I hope you enjoy that clip of me falling repeatedly.
I fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, great. I probably am that old. But anyway. So Jose Kiley did a new one on the chair. Yes. Mike says Kiley knows how to take a pounding. I'm not touching that. believe we're still streaming. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm still quite embarrassed. Manic says you just said it, so yes. Hopefully next week will be better. I'll be used to this dadgum chair. I won't drink as much, and I'll have new headphones.
Wrong.
I know. Who are we kidding? I know. Who are we kidding?
Yeah, there's only going to be one thing that actually does happen from that. That chair is still going to be there. You're still going to complain. You're going to be drinking. And the only thing that will change is you may or may not have a new set of headphones. Depending
Maybe.
on how crappy Northern Ireland Customs is.
Oh, frick yeah. We know how that goes.
I'm so pissed about it. I'm so annoyed.
I am too. Don't worry, Pete. Manic says
you might need to.
I'll call him in the morning. Don't worry.
Yeah, please do. Let me know.
Manic says, "If Kiley ends up drinking extreme, we all get a gifted sub." Central says, "Your word is worth as much as mine, Kiley." Ha ha. The clip is definitely going to go on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I cannot believe. Just so you know, though, that it's not from drinking. It's 100% getting used to this chair. I cannot believe I did that twice. Yes, we are wrapping this up. Yes, thank you so much for joining us and watching me fall out of my chair twice. Again, not alcohol related, 100% this new chair, which I'm not sure I like yet. I'll probably get used to it eventually.
I will say.
Yeah. And, Manic says, okay, so I know when it comes to emotes, free at a time, not for. Why does it keep? I'm so sorry for Nightbot. I promise I'm gonna work that out. It was new. I was experimenting. Mike says YouTube won't let you monetize it if it's the same video in two places. Oh dear.
That's the thing. We don't have monetization, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. We made 50 cents last month. Anyway, Sophie says...
How do you know that?
Because I can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Kiley says Nightbot is easy to fix. I'm very glad about that, Sophie, because it's really getting on my nerves. Just says, I've done dog stuff, I've done mom stuff, and I've locked up the house, and then I folded Journey. Audrina, you're still here? Jenny, I fell out of my chair twice! Twice! Not alcohol related. I still fell out of my chair twice. Mike says, even though you own both accounts. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Sophie, Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This was not supposed to be a 3-hour stream. But yes. Oh no. It's why did it delete? Oh, because he put hammered.com in all caps. So it deleted Mags's thing. Hammered.com. I'm not hammered. Give me any request and I can do it. I'm not actually drunk or hammered. I did fall out of my chair. Sophie says, fuck you, Nightbot. Yes, exactly, Sophie. I'm going to figure this out. Free emotes at a time. Hag. Who's she address? Okay, yes. Rapid Review says, hammer.com, drunk as a skull. I'm not drunk! Jesse says, hey, Sophie. Cincho said, wait. Cincho's been... Okay, Nana, if you're still there, please let Cincho back. Can you give us a coherent sentence? Yes, anything you want me to say, I can say. I can totally say it. Yes. So, I hope you enjoyed the clips of me falling out of my chair twice. It is not because I was drinking. It's because it's a terrible chair that I paid way too much money for. And also, look at my broken headphones. Mike says Kylie's not drunk. The chair is drunk. Yes, the chair is drunk. I like that, Mike. Yes. Okay, look, here, to prove I am not drunk, Big Jesse says...
Hey, what Jesse has just said.
Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter bitter. Better. So 'twas Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter. I'm not drunk. I said one word wrong. Sophie says, poor Pete. Jenny says, ha ha. I swear I didn't fall out of my chair because I'm drunk. Oh, great. Mary says 99.5% accuracy. Mike says, try again. Jesse says 8.5 out of 10. Oh my gosh. I really need you guys to know that I did not fall out of my chair because I was drunk. I swear. Nobody believes me, but I swear. Manic says, there's plenty of therapists you can talk to, Pete, about it. Mike says, anyone can get it if they read slowly. I did read that pretty slowly. Yes. Anyway, we're really going to wrap this up. We've gone 19 minutes over. Jesse says, that new chair has some pretty weird gravity settings. I mean, it really... Oh, gosh. See, I almost fell again. Because look, can you see the handle? Can you see it? Let me scoot back. See the handle? I'm not joking. Thank you, Nana. You can tell I'm done with this because my eyes landing in tiredness. Yes. Manic says, I live in East London, so that would be very difficult for travel for you. No. Pete's not that far away from you, Manic. I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. Ha-ha! See? Not drunk. Sorry, Cincho had to reload the page. Mike says, the chair is like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It has zero gravity at times. Manic says, oh, lol. I'm not far at all. No worries. Anyway, just as long as you guys know that I didn't fall because I'm drunk, I fell because this chair is new and awful. And yes, Jesse says, didn't this stream end an hour ago? Yes, it was supposed to, and then I fell out of my chair. Mike says, she sells by the seashore. Jesse says, I can only assume that the new chair is wet.
Seashore?
Yes. Jesse, I could say some things, but I'm not. I'm going to be good. I am an angel. See my little halo above my head? It was meant to be, but Kiley is wrestling with a chair and getting through chat. And it says, be in quit anytime. Kiley controls the scene. I mean, that is true. I do control the stream. She sells by the seashore with the seashore of the seashells on the seafloor. Mike says, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Cincho says, Clive choices. Big Jesse says, seashore seashells by sha. See, I'm not drunk, you guys. I hope you know. Mike says, okay, you pass. Okay, exactly. Thank you. I hope I've proven that I fell out of my chair because it's a new chair that is straight up and down. It's got ergonomic crap that I need to get rid of. Not because I've been drinking. But yes. Oh, gosh. Cincho says I can't even read that sober, and then there's 2 hydrates. Okay, I'll do 1 quick hydrate, and then we gotta stop.
I can't. I've run out of water.
You know the hydrate can be done with water, right? Just a new concept. Yeah, except I don't have water. I only have wine. Like
I have actually run out of water. I'm not going to get any more.
Yes, we're wrapping this up. Rapid reviews, because this is crazy. We've gone 3 hours and 22 minutes. Manic says, just say to them, Kiley being drunk on stream causes issues, lol, and chat messing around too much. It's my favorite part. I'm not gonna lie. Cincho says, hydrate. Instead of hydrate. Very good. Mike says, you passed the fact that you're not drunk, but we were definitely wasted by that chair. I know! I hate this chair right now. It really got away from me. It's like... It's an ergonomic chair. I'm getting used to it. It was way too expensive, and I probably spent too much money on it. Yes, short, sharp, and swift was the description today. It achieved none of those. It was supposed to be short and sweet, which is, Max. Sophie says, poor chair. Sophie, I fell out of it twice. Which is not because I was drinking. Nana says, on a stream with Kiley, did you expect anything else? I cannot believe I fell out of my chair twice. Sophie saw both times. I was hoping Sophie only saw once. And she said, I saw lovely. Yes. Great. Wonderful. Pete, do you want to end the stream? We need to end the stream. We're getting into into happy hour territory.
You control the stream. You have the ability to end it any time.
Sophie says I've been here since
should have
9.
ended
I
it
saw
after
everything.
the first chair fall.
Oh my god, I should have. I just Pete. Kiley disappeared from her chair pretty swiftly. As long as we know it's not because I was drinking. It's just an awful chair. Yes, I'm done now. Okay, we're gonna end this stream. She said we should have ended the stream 90 minutes ago. It's true. And then I fell out of the chair twice. Mike says it was a short drop to the floor. It was. I recovered really well. You have to admit that. I hope to never see that again. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this insanity of this 3-hour and 25-minute stream, which is insane. It's not a happy hour. That's what she said. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I hope you enjoyed me falling out of my chair twice. Still can't believe I did that twice. And I hope you've enjoyed what we talked about. And my broken headphones, which hopefully next week will be fixed. Somebody says you're safe, Pete. She's wrapping up. See, Pete?
The chat keeps chatting.
I love chat, though. I love this part.
I love the chat as well.
It's my favorite part.
Thank you.
It's my favorite part. And okay, we're totally doing this.
Fucking torture.
It is, isn't it? But you love it. Or at least I do.
I do enjoy it, but I want to go to bed.
I know, you need to go to bed. I probably won't be in bed till 3 or 4.
Only one of these arseholes has to actually fucking edit this shit.
Yeah, it's not me.
Only one of these people will get messages in the morning saying, why isn't it up on YouTube?
It's true. It's not me. Yes. But wow, chat. We thank you so much for joining us. Mike says, joke's on you. I'm already in bed. Ha I'm glad we could join you in bed, Mike. But I cannot believe we've gone this long.
I don't want to be.
Thank
no
you
offense,
so much.
Mike, but I can't see myself being in the same bed as you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Just make sure you know that I didn't fall out of my chair because I was drunk. I've proven it.
Fucking just get on with it.
I've proved it, though. And thank you so much. We hope you join us.
Yes, Jenny, we are still fucking here.
We're leaving right now.
Sorry.
Anyway, we're wrapping this up. And Jenny's going to be on my channel, Pete. I'm going to do something fun. I don't know what.
Oh, it's on your channel. Fine. I don't care. So long as it's not on this one. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Jenny can come on any time.
Exactly. She's amazing. Jenny can come anytime. But anyway,
I never said that.
No, he didn't. I did.
I know. Good.
Okay. Yes, don't worry, Nana. I will. In all seriousness. Wow, I look awful with this stupid, terrible headphones. Anyway, yes, I know, I did say that. Anyway, we're wrapping this up. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you and talk to you next week. Bye!
Bye.